Fala aí, Raiders, tudo certo, tudo em paz? Sejam muito bem-vindos à live da IGN. A gente acredita que essa vai ser a última live dessa semana cheia de lives, onde a gente tá na esperança de ver alguma novidade além do trailer 2 que eles lançaram aí no State of Play de Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Pois é, meus queridos, hoje acho que acredito eu que seja hoje a reta final. Amanhã vai ter evento da Xbox, mas eu duvido muito que tenha alguma coisa na Xbox. De qualquer forma, a gente pode tentar assistir o evento amanhã também. E você que tá me ouvindo, já deixou o like? Deixa o like, compartilha com os amigos, vamos trazer cada vez mais gente aqui pro canal. Tá joia, meus queridos? Deixa eu, inclusive, dar uma arrumada aqui no layout das coisas, porque a live ainda teoricamente não começou, né? Deixa eu abrir aqui, colocar pra cá, opa, nossa, sumiu tudo, gente, pera. Aqui, aqui e aqui. Pronto, agora não vai ter mais BO. Deixa eu pôr aqui assim. Cadê o... Isso, é você que eu queria. Você fica aqui. Sim. Ah, não vai mais? Olha que palhaçada. A gente faz assim então. Show. Bom, deixa eu dar uma olhada no chat aqui do YouTube. Vem pra cá. Olá, Derby Jack, seja bem-vindo. O evento do Xbox é hoje. Mas não tem também alguma coisa no dia 8? Eu acho que vai ter alguma coisa no dia 8 também, meu querido. Seja bem-vindo. Olá, Delphin. Olá, T. Strawberry. Blue Hunter. William Raider. Seja bem-vindo, meu querido. Como estamos? Tudo joinha? The Soldier. Olá, coxinha de catupiry. E agora deu fome. Ainda bem que eu já almocei. Sejam bem-vindos, meus queridos. Como estamos? Já deixa eu até fazer o compartilhamento aqui de tela. Deixa eu fazer... Olá, Gil! Boa tarde, Gil! A Summer Game Fest vai até dia 8. Então, eu tô achando que dia 8 tem alguma coisa também. Eu tô nessa dúvida. Enfim, deixa eu já pôr aqui lindamente. Tela grande. Gente, o som tá baixo agora, tá? Bem baixinho. Porque eu não quero ficar pegando copyright como eu peguei nas últimas duas lives, tá? Então, quando começar o evento, aí eu aumento o som, tá? Aí, ó. E hoje tem live da IGN dia 2 e Xbox Pre-Showcase. Vai continuar com End of Darkness depois? Meu querido, talvez. Não me programei pra continuar o desafio do AOD. Talvez eu deixe pra um outro dia, não sei ainda. Olá, Daniel Fighter. Olá, Guarda. Minha gatinha acabou de entrar no território. Você tá bem? Como é que tá você, guardinha? Oi? Não uso o tapete como arranhador. Não quer. Não quer. Não. Ela já ia fugir de mim. Olha essa coisinha. Olha essa coisinha. Olha essa coisinha. Vem cá, gorda. Mas é assim, ó. Fica assim. Aí eu vou colocar ali, ó. Olha lá. Olha lá. Vem cá, não arranha. Olha lá, gorda. Olha lá, o pessoal vendo você ali, ó. Olha lá, que bonitinha. Olha lá. Olha lá, gostosinha. Olha lá você. Ih, gorda. Gostosinha. Dá um oi pro pessoal ali, ó. Dá um oi. Ih, gorda. Eu sou gordinha, eu sou gordinha. Olha minha barriguinha, eu sou gordinha. Gostosinha. Vai lá. Gostosinha. Mas não usa o tapete como arranhador. Coisa. Olá, Nicolas! Seja bem-vindo! Como estamos? Oi, o que eles vão apresentar sobre Tomb Raider nessa live da IGN? Vai ter uma entrevista com a atriz Alex Wilton Regan. Vai ter uma entrevista com ela. Vai ter a mecânica slow motion da trilogia Lau. Eu espero, né? Não confirmaram nada ainda. O que a gente viu de câmera lenta pode ser efeito do trailer, né? Não necessariamente efeito do jogo, né? Olá, Pedro Tavares Santos! Meu querido, seja bem-vindo. Boa tarde, Secret. Poxa, eu fiquei muito feliz de ver que o diretor do jogo é brasileiro. Pois é, né? Foi muito bacana ver isso. O Raul Siqueira, né? Já tô correndo atrás dele também, pra quem sabe fazer uma entrevistinha. Olá, Guilherme! Seja bem-vindo! Adoro Lara Croft, seja bem-vindo! Lara, quanto custa? Na minha gatinha não tá à venda, não. Não gosto daquelas câmeras lentas. É, então, pode ser que seja uma câmera lenta... Pode ser que seja efeito do trailer, né? Tipo, não que vai ter no jogo, né? Olá, Diego Hermógenes, Diogo Hermógenes, olá, Secret, achei muito legal que já tem gente jogando a demo do Legacy, estão elogiando demais, que legal. Queria eu poder jogar a demo. Mas eu sou apenas um mero mortal, né? Olá, Denbalmer! Não vai ter nenhuma gameplay da demo nesse vídeo da IGN? Então, vamos esperar pra ver, né? Vamos ficar na expectativa. Deixa eu pôr uma musiquinha de fundo pra não ficar esse silêncio, né, gente? Pronto. Pronto, já vamos pôr uma assim pra causar. Aí vou até tirar o som daqui pra não ficar confuso, né? Agora eu tô muito na dúvida se compro pra PS5 ou pra PC. Saiu as especificações aqui comentadas e... Ai...
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
Oi, mandou R$1.
Oi!
Eu acho Lara parecida com a Claire Redfield se colocar jaqueta vermelha e penteado igual.
É, elas estão bem parecidas, né? Elas estão bem parecidas. Ainda mais agora que a Claire no Resident Evil Code Verônica tá também com 2 coldres, né? Que o Code Verônica também tem mecânica de 2 pistolas, né? Obrigado, oi, pelo tesourinho. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você, meu querido ou minha querida. Saiu as especificações recomendadas e tô pensando se não jogo o jogo com o gráfico no talo, porque eu geralmente escolho performance. Compra pros dois. Compra pra PS5 e PC. Eu vou comprar pro Xbox, né, porque eu tenho o Xbox Series X, mas eu vou ver se no futuro eu pego a mídia física pro PS5. Calma aí, tá tendo demo? Será que vai sair pro público? É um mistério. Você viu a roupa do Legend que disponibilizaram pro Legacy? Não vi, não. Eu vi só a roupa do 2013, do End of Darkness. Pedro, mas é verdade, pega pros dois, ué. Ajuda nós. Ajuda a franquia Tomb Raider. Eu vou comprar pro Xbox, versão digital. E no PlayStation 5, eu não tenho PlayStation 5, mas o mozão tem PlayStation 5. Aí eu vou ver se eu compro a versão física pro PS5, né? É uma demo privada exclusiva do evento. Pois é. Lembrando, gente, que isso é tipo a... Vocês lembram da E3, lá nos anos 2000? que era um evento que as pessoas iam pra conhecer as novidades de jogos, né? E as pessoas que iam nos eventos, elas tinham acesso aos jogos, a poder jogar, né? É basicamente disso que tá acontecendo. Olá, Binho! Seja bem-vindo! É possível, pois é. Já tomei meu copo d'água. Tô sentindo que eu vou ficar gripado. Eu lembro que quando teve a demo do Tomb Raider Underworld nos eventos gringos, eu fiquei obcecado em pensar que tinha gente jogando e eu não. Exatamente isso. Triste que vai a galera do Flow Games que estão cagando pra TR jogar a demo no Summer Game Fest. Pois é. Aí nós, meros mortais, eu, um mero youtuber mortal, que faço por amor as coisas, e eu vou passar longe dessa demo, né? Mas tá bom. Nada do que um dia após o outro, gente. Olá, Humberto, seja bem-vindo. Será que no evento tem um modelo de Lara? Era muito legal, não é? Na era clássica. Verdade, né? A E3 ela tinha as modelos das Laras nos eventos, né, pra ajudar a promover Tomb Raider. É que hoje em dia isso meio que foi trocado pelos cosplayers, né? Os cosplayers, eles hoje já fazem esse trabalho, vamos dizer assim, né? – 22 minutos, galerinha. 22 minutos. E lembrando, ó, pelo que eu vi aqui, gente, eu não sei se Tomb Raider vai ser o primeiro tópico do evento. Eles colocaram uma grade de programação, isso eu achei legal da IGN. Tipo, vai demorar um pouquinho, acho que, pra ter Tomb Raider, né? É que lá vai ser, tipo, às 4, eu não sei que hora seria aqui. Eu acho que vai ser, tipo, sei lá, umas 2, 3. Uma coisa assim. Porque tem a diferença do fuso horário, né? É, meus bens. A fase do Tomb Raider Underworld foi a época que eu mais fiquei obcecado por Tomb Raider. Quando o jogo chegou na minha casa, eu lembro do sentimento de euforia que senti. E digo, tô sentindo isso de novo. Que bom, Pedro. Pior que na época do Underworld eles realmente fizeram muito marketing, né? Eu lembro também. O Tomb Raider da nova geração, né? A Tailândia, o México, nossa, cenários que deixaram a gente de boca aberta, né? Na época a gente só queria saber dele. Qual o local lá? Olha, eu tô achando, Binho, posso estar errado, vou chutar. Eu acho que é Los Angeles. Entendeu? Eu acho que é Los Angeles, deixa eu ver. Aqui, ó. Às 8h30 PT, 11h30 ET, 4h30 UK. Eu realmente não sei. A gente ainda tem que fazer conta, né? Tipo, é o ET menos tal, acrescenta mais tanto, né? Nossa, coisa feia. Secret, você também achou essa Larinha nova? A cara da Mônica Bellucci? Eu não sei como é que é a Mônica Bellucci. Deixa eu digitar aqui. Mônica Bellucci. Ah, não achei muito não. Não achei muito não. Eu não diria que é o mesmo rosto não, nem parecido. Tipo, talvez parecido, mas sei lá. Na época de Tomb Raider Underworld ganhou um prêmio relacionado a cenários. O level design mais bem feito. Cara, pior que eu lembro de uma coisa assim, viu? Lhama na lama! Eu joguei demais essa trilogia nova, mais especificamente o primeiro. Eu amei demais o terceiro, mas acho que ele foi um pouco grande demais. Seja bem-vindo! Olá, Heitor! Teve algo de Resident Evil e Tomb Raider? Amigo, começamos agora. A gente tá nessa tela já desde quando começamos. Vai começar a IGN Live 2 agora, né? Dia 2. São 9h12. PT agora já. Ah, então pode ser agora, então, não sei. Olá, Murilo! Seja bem-vindo! Secret, meu amigo, me ajuda com umas conquistas do modo multiplayer do Tomb Raider 2013. Meu querido, eu não consegui platinar o 2013 por causa do multiplayer. Eu ainda não tenho acesso ao multiplayer, eu não tenho com quem jogar, eu não consigo ter acesso, eu jogo no PS4 no caso, né? Fico te devendo essa. São 9 ônibus. Secret, talvez não tenha uma demo, pois disseram que haviam bugs na demo e os devs já sabem disso. Seria um beta testing. É, então, eu também não... Eu fico na expectativa, mas eu tô ciente... Cara, eu tô ciente, ó, eu vou ser bem franco com vocês. Pode ser, gente, pode ser que hoje só tenha entrevista com a Alex Wilton Regan e que não tenha nada. Tipo, só a entrevista. Pode ser que não tenha absolutamente mais nada, entendeu? Então isso é uma coisa a fazer pra gente ficar esperto, entendeu? Pode ser que faça a entrevista com ela e eles não mostrem nada, tipo, seja só a entrevista. A gente está correndo esse risco, tá? Tem cross-platform? Se eu tiver, eu ajudo. Cara, pior que eu não sei se tem, viu? Eu acho que quem joga no PlayStation é só no PlayStation, viu? Está chovendo aí ou tem algo fritando? Nossa, dá pra ouvir? É a máquina de lavar. A gente tá lavando roupa e a máquina tá soltando a água dela. Caramba, deu pra ouvir. Pois o jogo nem está pronto, está na fase de polimento. E polimento é algo muito raro em Tomb Raider. É, então. Eu só consigo imaginar se o Legacy for um sucesso grande, se eles não fariam o reimaginado do Tomb Raider 2. E sabe qual é o pior dessa história, Pedro? É que se eles fizerem o reimaginado do Tomb Raider 2, eu vou querer que eles façam até o End of Darkness. Aí eu vou querer que eles façam tudo. Eu não vou aceitar parar no 2 ou no 3. Não, eu quero todos agora. Eu vou querer todos. Eu não vou querer só um, eu vou querer todos. E eu não sei se eles vão ficar 10 anos ou mais trabalhando em remake de Tomb Raider, né? Dá pra ouvir perfeitamente, agora parou, porque parou a máquina. Tem algo fritando. É o meu cérebro que tá fritando. Quem joga no Xbox é a Sarah. É, a Sarah tem Xbox. Olha o avião passando. São 2 bons filmes com a Angelina Jolie, concordo. Olá, Erivelton, seja bem-vindo. Alguma novidade? Nada ainda, meu querido. Na live de ontem teve uma pessoa que falou algo e eu fui conferir. Você reparou que a cena final do trailer 2, a Lara tá com as pistolas na mão e também no coldre? Sim. É um clássico bug de Tomb Raider já. Da Lara em cutscene ter as armas na mão e também nos coldres. Isso tem no Legend... E... Cara, acho que só no Legend. No Anniversary eu acho que eles arrumaram isso. Não, acho que no Anniversary eles também tinham esse bug. Acho que é no Underworld que eles arrumaram. O cara que jogou a demo disse que tem uma mecânica nova. Quando a Lara atira, recarrega uma barra que ativa o slow motion. Ah, Tomb Raider Underworld já tinha isso. Então realmente parece que vai ter a barra de slow motion. Ui!
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
Ceboso mandou R$3.
Ceboso.
Pra dar aquele susto bem ceboso.
Pra dar um susto ceboso, entendi. Ceboso, muito obrigado pelo tesourinho, meu querido. Obrigado de coração. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você, meu querido. De coração mesmo. É, daqui a pouco começa, gente. Em 11 minutos. Deixa eu pegar mais água aqui. Talvez eles mostrem a demo que o povo tá jogando. Não que eles vão disponibilizar pra gente jogar. Eu acho que eles vão mostrar... talvez eles mostrem o que a galera tá jogando, né? Mas não que vai ter uma demo pra gente jogar, né? Talvez. Gente, só um minutinho que eu vou assoar meu nariz. Eu vou mutar aqui o microfone rapidinho, tá? Ok, voltei. Parabéns, Secret, pelo canal. Eu encontrei o canal buscando dicas dos remasterizados e acabei me imaginando com a trilogia lá. Eu estou no Anniversary. Ele tinha parado no Centauros anos atrás. Que legal. Agora jogando na ordem de lançamento. Seja bem-vindo, Marcos Alexandre. Seja muito bem-vindo. Olá, galantinho. Então, eu tô achando que eu vou ficar resfriado. Boa tarde, ovelha secreta. A última informação que ele deu foi que a movimentação da Lara é baseada em física, onde ela coloca os pés quando se prepara para pular. Isso eu achei legal, bacana. Depois você me passa essas informações, ô Diogo, se não for pedir demais. Me manda o link lá no Discord dessas informações, se não for pedir muito. Que eu tô produzindo um vídeo. Nossa, você viu aquele jogo Por nome assim eu não tô lembrando, meu querido. Olá, Henrique. Vamos mais uma vez em uma live que, né, espero que dessa vez seja bom. Um adendo, vamos lembrar que os trailers mostrados estão em alpha ainda. Todos os bugs serão corrigidos. É, não só os bugs, quanto até a imagem, né? A imagem vai ficar mais bonita. Secret, você acredita numa remasterização da trilogia LAW? Não. Não, eu espero estar errado, mas eu não acredito não. Desculpe, Secret, mas estou desmotivado hoje. Imagina, meu querido. Fique na paz, viu? Enviei, Secret. Obrigado, Diogo. Você viu que do primeiro trailer pro segundo a trança dela foi encurtada? Eu vi. E no primeiro trailer eu achei que tava um pouco mais bonito. Tá, e gente, é assim, uma coisa que eles fazem os trailers, eles são feitos com materiais alfa, beta, que eles mandam pros diretores pra eles poderem aprovar e ver se tá tudo ok, né? E aí eles vão lá e fazem o trailer com base nesses materiais, ou seja, o jogo mesmo deve estar bem melhor, né? Do que o que a gente já viu no trailer, né? E eu, sinceramente, espero a trança da Lara bem comprida. Tipo, eu quero aquela trança que vai até a cintura, até a bunda. É, então, ela tava mais detalhada no primeiro trailer. Eu achei isso também. O problema é física, isso vai acabar com o desempenho. Ah, mas cara, eu acho que uma física de uma trança não é nada comprometedor assim, cara. Não sei, eu pelo menos acho que não. Cara, na trilogia anterior eles enfiaram aquele 3FX que eu acho que era muito pior do que uma física de trança. Cara, é uma trança só, se fosse 50 tranças, mas não, é uma só. PS5 tem potencial de boa pra isso. Será que teremos física no colar? Então, eu acho que vai. Essas coisas, gente, eu considero que são coisas mais simples, sabe? Pesa, mas... Cara, o PS5 aguenta. E assim, também não vou deixar de... Ah, eu vou gostar menos se não tiver. Não. Eu espero que a trança da Lara seja bem compridona, mas... Se não for também, beleza, ué. Mas é pra rodar no PC também. Sim, um PC equivalente a um PS5, né? Um PC equivalente a um PS5. Se o seu PC é equivalente a um PS4, já se prepara. Vai ter que provavelmente fazer um upgrade. É mais ou menos isso, né? A apresentação do Tomb Raider vai aparecer no fim? Não fazemos ideia, meu querido. Ó a água da máquina de novo. Cara, deixa eu fechar a porta, né? Deixa que não vai adiantar. Vou jogar no PC, o Legacy, o que vai exigir de hardware pesado. Vou ter que dar meus pulos. É, então. É que eu acho que a maioria das coisas hoje, cara, dá conta. O Hogwarts Legacy, cara, tem física de roupa, sabe? Não em todos os personagens, mas tem. Tem um monte de coisa ali que roda. E eu acho que não vai ser tanto problema não, viu? No PC está recomendando uma 3080 pra cima, se não me engano. Gente, hoje vai ter evento do Xbox também? Vai sim, Dinoê. Hoje é o Xbox Pré-Showcase. Aí eu tô achando que hoje é o pré-show e amanhã vai ter alguma coisa de show mesmo. Deixa eu ver aqui, ó. Eu tenho aqui marcadinho. Deixa eu ver, ó, pra confirmar. Cadê? Aqui, ó. Ah, não, é hoje também. É hoje também, dia 7 às 14. É hoje mesmo. Confirmado. Meu amigo tá trabalhando no Hogwarts Legacy 2 e disse que o jogo tá inacreditavelmente lindo. Que legal, Pedro! Nossa, eu tô muito ansioso pra jogar o Hogwarts Legacy 2. Eu gostei muito do primeiro. É que sei lá, né? Eu sou Potterhead, então eu sou meio suspeito. Como você acha que vai ser o combate? Tinha visto em algum lugar que estavam se inspirando em Elden Ring. Isso é verdade? Vamos descobrir em breve. É porque parece que o diretor de combate, tipo, o cara que trabalhou em Elden Ring e era responsável pelo sistema de combate, ele parece que tá no Legacy. Entendeu? Então pode ser que a gente tenha alguma coisa no estilo. Tipo, pra chefões, no caso, né? Ó, gente, 1 minuto, hein? Ok, gente, vamos lá. Já vou até desligar a musiquinha aqui do Anniversary. Vamos já ficar prontos aqui. Faltam 35 segundos para começar o evento. Ai, já deixa eu me alongar. Vamos nessa. Que eu não vejo a hora de poder lhe falar. Por isso eu vou na casa dela e falar do meu amor pra ela, vai.
2026, and who better to break down what Microsoft might have in store than IGN's weekly Xbox show Unlocked. They'll be taking over right now.
É agora.
Welcome to IGN Live, a celebration of all things gaming and entertainment. Today,
there's a Fire Nation army just beyond the wall.
you'll hear from the cast of Avatar: The Last Airbender
We're Vox Machina, and we don't run.
and The Legend of Vox Machina.
It's time to up.
Opa!
Tomb Raider.
Vamos ter Tomb Raider hoje, gente. E apareceu a Lara do Catalyst. Opa, opa!
Episodes of IGN's Game Scoop and Unlocked. Are you guys ready? But first, we're kicking things off with the Xbox Game Showcase, which is bound to be jam-packed with trailers, gameplay, and maybe even a new glimpse at their next-generation Xbox console, Project Helix. Get ready because IGN Live starts right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, host of IGN's weekly Xbox show, Unlocked. We're coming to you from IGN Live. The Xbox Game Showcase is coming up very shortly. To help me break down what we expect to see, I'm joined by my regular co-hosts, Michael Hyam, Miranda Sanchez, and since it's IGN's 30th anniversary, we thought we'd invite our old friend, Destin Legary, back on Unlocked with us
Hi,
today.
everybody. Good to be back. Bam!
Yes, I needed that. I needed that today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, we're less than 30 minutes away from the Xbox Showcase this year, which we already know is immediately followed by the Gears of War E-Day Direct, which I know Miranda can't even contain herself. You've waited 7 years for this, Miranda, since Gears 5.
I've been deprived.
Yeah.
Like, please.
So I want to start with what we expect to see, and then we'll move later into what we hope to see. We'll get a little more aspirational. But to start with, I mean, I've got some notes, but I'll go to our guest of honor, Destin Legary, first. All right, Destin, what do we expect to see? What is a reasonable presumption for what we're about to get in 30 minutes?
Well, I think we're going to get a beat about Fable and a beat about Call of Duty. Those are like known quantities. So I definitely think
Jorge aí!
I'm really
Boa
loving
tarde,
the
meu
new setting
querido.
of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4.
Yeah, guys in the IGN Live crowd, where are we at with Modern Warfare 4? Are we fired up for the game this year? Yeah, after Black Ops 7 last year, back-to-back Black Ops years. Miranda, you're a big Call of Duty player. Are you amped to take a break from Black Ops this year?
I really like Black Ops, but I'm a Modern Warfare person. Like, I think Black Ops multiplayer is kind of where it's at for me, but
yeah.
I really want to see what they're going to continue with Modern Warfare. And, of course, just how they're going to keep innovating on the franchise. And I think we have a lot of promise for this next one.
So, Destin, what do you think we get from Modern Warfare 4 at this? So, like, single-player trailer, multiplayer gameplay, where do you think it lands today? I
think it would be great to see, like, one of the story missions, because that's been a big focus, the fact that it's taking place in Korea. Even with the 4, they're actually using the Korean spelling of the number 4. So there's a lot of, like, interesting things that they're doing and leading into whatever that game is going to be. I'm more excited for this Call of Duty than I have been in a long time.
I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I've been on a little bit of a Call of Duty lull since Modern Warfare reboot in 2019. But yeah, this one looks like it might hit the right notes. Now, Michael Hyam, Destin mentioned Fable. We just got news. By the way, Fable's the #1 Xbox game I'm personally most looking forward to. I don't know, like Fable, a lot of love for Fable out there. So Michael, you're a resident RPG guru. You wear that badge proudly, as you should. What do you think we might see from Fable today? Because we got the pre-showcase announcement that it's delayed till February. They're basically, I'm not sure we ever thought we'd say this again after the 360 era, but here we are. Xbox has too many games for 1 year, so they're pushing Fable. So what do you think we might see out of it today, Michael?
I think that you're going to get something that tells us more of what the story is about. Because Fable is a long RPG, and we've seen long showcases showing how dense the game is, the kind of gameplay systems they're working with. Those things are exciting, but I think I've got to the point where just give me the game. I've been convinced that this is something that I'm going to be interested in. But I think knowing Fable's history about your role in that world and how you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, the choices you make are going to affect the world itself and how the story plays out. But I want to know, at its core, what is this story about? And I really think that can hit with a hype trailer that is story-focused and hitting us with a definitive release date.
Yeah, February what? That is the question. I mean, we're already getting 2027 release dates this week between State of Play and the Summer Game Fest showcase. Miranda, where are you at with Fable? Are you in or out so far?
Oh, I'm definitely in. I think it's, we talked about it previously on the show, how we're like, this is gonna get moved. Like, there's no way. As you said, there are
we were right.
games. They gotta make space. And I think, especially with how long they've been working on Fable, they really want to give it time to shine.
Yeah.
And
Cara, Fable
I
é legal,
also
eu
just
tenho
want
os 3 aqui.
genuine time to spend
O Fable
with it,
Anniversary,
and,
o
like,
Fable 2
my
e o
focus
3.
for gaming. I know a lot of us sometimes are playing multiple games at once, and when you have like a big RPG like this, other things have to get shoved to the side or like take that back burner seat. And
É só essa mulher aí do Fable que eu acho ela muito estranha. Não a que tá falando. A personagem ali do trailer.
But overall, it's still just very
Ela é muito
excited.
estranha.
I hope they don't spend too much time on it. That being said, just because they've done a lot to showcase what this game is going to be, at least mechanically, and some like the neat interactions you'll have with NPCs. But to your point, Michael, I think a bit more about the story would be a nice little trailer for them to focus on, at least in that aspect.
So we learned in the Xbox Developer Direct back in January that you apparently can't be explicitly good or evil like you could in the original trilogy.
No halos, no horns.
But yeah, right. No halos, no horns. That's a great way to phrase it, actually.
I'm going to miss that, Ryan. That's one thing that I wish they would have retained with the Fable reboot, but I get what they're going for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss the dog. The dog was the best part of it, right? And 3.
Yeah.
But you can earn a reputation in sort of a town-by-town basis.
Yeah.
We learned from the Developer Direct of whether or not the townsfolk like you. So, Destin, are you going to be a nice guy, or are you going to be like a real pain in the backside?
Because it's town by town, I'm going to split the map, and half of it I'm going to be completely evil, and the other half are going to be completely good. Also, as many children as I can possibly have in the game by the end of it.
You're going to Elon Musk it as far as...
Yeah, that's the plan.
That is the most Destin answer. This is why you're back.
How can I mess with a sandbox? That's what I want to know.
Michael, you strike me as you're going to be a good.
Oh, I'm always a good guy. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I got a rep in these streets. You know, I'm a very good guy. But to that point though, I played Mass Effect so many times. Every time I think like, this is my Renegade run. I'm gonna see what this is like, and then I get like a little bit. I make like 3 bad decisions. I'm like, damn, I feel pretty bad. And I revert back. I reload my save. But I think with Fable, morality systems being more interesting these days when it comes to games, it's not just here's the good choice, here's the bad choice. It's more like just make decisions and see where you end up based on that. And I think that kind of moral ambiguity in RPGs can lead to interesting storytelling, but I do think it's more ambitious. And Fable has that reputation, so I would trust Playground Games to really account for that and do something that would push RPGs forward. This is an opportunity for Xbox to put out a game that they don't necessarily put out very often. You know, we often Xbox action games. You know, we have the Gears.
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
We used to have Motorsport. Now we got Horizon. So they have those bases covered.
Robson Corassini mandou R$5.
Oh, meu Deus.
Ótimo domingo a todos. Agora lá vem.
Obrigado, Robson. Obrigado pelo tesourinho, meu querido. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você, meu querido. Nossa, batemos a meta novamente. Peraí, deixa eu até ajustar aqui enquanto isso.
Renegade run. Okay. The decisions get so awful by the end of the trilogy.
That's not my Shepherd I know.
Yeah.
Destin's like, you've played Mass Effect how many times? Hold my beer. All right, we've got a bunch of other games I want to talk about here. Halo campaign evolved. What's the hype level in the crowd for the remake of the campaign? So, you know, like...
Pronto.
We're definitely getting a release date for that, right?
Atualizado, obrigado, Robson. Ótimo domingo pra você também. Vamos ver a Lara, gente. Vamos ver a Lara. Lara vai chegar em breve.
Forster things they've had, so I think, you know, it's only the campaign. It's not that long, so.
Right, and you and I love Halo so much. Are you hyped for this? Because I can't quite reach maximum hype level without multiplayer involved.
I am bummed that there's no multiplayer, but at the same time, this is the game I've played most, like replayed constantly. Like I know the game like the back of my hand, and I know they've changed some things for this. So I'm really curious to see what they've changed when we get into the game. Overall, though, like I mean, I'm excited to play. I'll of course play it. I played a bunch and probably
Live Cativeiro, mais uma.
I'm excited for my
another co-op run with your siblings.
Yeah, I'll drag them into it, but yeah. I think it's hard to be as excited because it's just such a known quantity, right? And like we've had remakes where we've had the glow up for Halo Combat Evolved specifically in such like a really cool way. So this is, you know, cool for the tech to see it in a different engine, but ultimately it's just like, I mean, we know this.
Well, while Halo may be a known quantity, something that isn't, that I expect to see today, is State of Decay 3. We've been waiting a long time for State of Decay 3. It's been teased in a couple of showcases over the course of like 5 years at this point. It's been a minute. Michael, you and I think, are on the same page with how much we love that game. What do you want to see? What do you think we're going to get out of State of Decay 3 today? If it's there. I mean, we don't know for sure that it's there.
I think, you know what, I am kind of a fan of like the gameplay walkthroughs at showcases where they show you what the moment-to-moment beats look like with those games. And I think State of Decay, because of the kind of people who are interested in State of Decay, they are systems-heavy people who are interested in that more in-depth stuff. So if that's a big part of the showcase, I think that's a W right there. Because like gameplay is the #1 thing that I'm most curious about it. Like how have they refined the series?
É certeza, porque a Alex Wilton Reagan vai aparecer no evento.
They've learned a lot, obviously.
Ela vai ser entrevistada, talvez a gente tenha assim.
And so you expect 3
Pode ser que seja só uma entrevista, mas pode ser que venha mais também.
We've talked many times about how State of Decay has always come out the gate fairly rough. That's just kind of the nature of those games, and that's fine for what they were. It took time to get there, but I think State of Decay 3.
O diretor falou tudo aquilo que a gente já sabia, né?
Solid. It needs to have a lot of content. It needs to be polished.
Ai, cristais dinâmicos.
Hopefully, like with it being in a showcase, if it is, they can get over that reputation of being a janky game and be like, this is what it is, and it's coming soon-ish. But that's what I want to see from it.
Destin, there's been a little bit of a hubbub in the Xbox Online space over the last week or two about what system logos do you show at the end of the trailers for these things. And so one thing I want to ask you is Forza Horizon 6. It's a 10 out of 10 game, says IGN.com, and a whole bunch of other outlets.
10 out of 10. It's
and a whole bunch of players. It's another masterpiece from Playground Games. We know that it's coming to PS5 later this year, so what I'm curious to know from you, Destin, is do you think in the Xbox showcase we get the PS5 release date for Forza Horizon 6?
No. Asha Sharma was very clear that she's heard the fan feedback, and I have to imagine that we're not going to see PlayStation 5 logos or competitor logos in the broadcast anymore. That was a decision Phil Spencer had made, I believe, at the time, and it's just the community said they didn't want it. So no matter how we feel about it, she's made the decision to, going forward, not have that as part of the presentation. And core is one of her main tenets in her new strategy in terms of the business. So no, I don't think we got a release date for Forza Horizon 6 on PlayStation 5. And I would be surprised if they didn't do a file export without logos for this presentation.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, we need to take a quick break, but stick around. IGN Live will be right back.
Meus queridos, polêmico, hein?
IGN Live is presented by Amazon Luna, here to play.
IGN Store has everything you need to level up your life.
Red 6 standing by.
Refresh your wardrobe with official gear you won't find anywhere else. From Fallout, Expedition 33, Romeo's a Dead Man, and more. Treat yourself to the coolest collectibles like an adorable SKA plush, your very own Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade, and a fully functional Pip-Boy 3000. Or kick back and relax to your favorite video game soundtracks on vinyl. Whatever you need, IGN Store has you covered. Head to store.ign.com and start shopping today.
Ah, não tem nada da
Can't
Lara.
find that final collectible you're missing? IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help.
One step at a time.
IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and best of all, free. IGN has the very best, most complete and accurate guides for Shadow of the Erdtree, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies, and so much more.
See? It's good, right?
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
Do you want to be the very best like no one ever was? Streamline your journey to becoming a master trainer with Planet Pokemon. Choose your Pokemon, filtering by type, stats, or game availability. Then use the full team builder to assemble an unbeatable lineup. Plan out the optimal set of moves, items, and abilities. play to your strengths by analyzing your team's resistances and offensive coverage. Or really maximize your poke potential by digging into the stats by adjusting EVs and IVs. And save multiple team builds for different strategies in different games. Plan your dream team today at planetpokemon.com.
Reação da Fernanda.
IGN.
Especialistas.
And we are back. Just a friendly reminder to stick around after the Xbox Game Showcase, because we'll be right back right here for our live post-show, plus tons more great interviews and gameplay demos coming out of IGN Live. All right, time now for what we hope to see. We talked in the first block about what we think, what we expect to see, but now let's do a little wish casting. Let's have a little fun. Michael Hyam, what do you hope to see in the Xbox Showcase in another 13 minutes and 34 seconds?
I was here 1 year ago getting hyped for Persona 4 Revival. I was a little disappointed by what they showed because they didn't show enough gameplay, they didn't give enough details, but this is the year in which they can follow up on that from last year. You know, I'm a big Persona guy, and I have a rep in these streets for being into RPGs on that level, but I'm interested in story changes, how they're doing gameplay this time around. It's gonna come soon, hopefully. It's a remake of a game that has been done many times at this point, so I need to be convinced that this is a game worth remaking. I think Persona 4 Golden, for what that game is, that is a pristine version of that game.
Yeah.
Why would you want to remake it? That's what they should do at the Xbox Showcase. I don't know if Atlas has much to show at all, or if they're saving it for another time or anything like that.
É mais ou menos esse tempo, né, Heitor? É mais ou menos
esse
tempo mesmo.
Xbox is very interesting as a Japanese dev that has traditionally been on PlayStation.
That's true.
You know, and I've always liked Xbox championing Japanese games, whether it's Sega stuff, or if it's Atlas, or if it's Square Enix and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, and so Persona 4 Revival, I want to see more in-depth coverage. And listen, I'm going to put my clown makeup on if this doesn't happen. But if there is a logo drop of Persona 6 or something, I will get hyped again. But my clown makeup is in the backstage, and it's ready to go in case.
Wasn't there something last year that you promised some crazy thing you were going to do? And
did I?
I don't know. We don't
remember what it was.
We'll go back to the tape.
All right,
You're going to be eating paper after this?
Something like that. Now, Miranda, you don't have to promise to put on clown makeup or anything, but what do you hope to see that's going to get you fired up if in fact it happens?
I want an announcement for Wolfenstein 3, like a proper announcement. I mean,
where are them Wolfenstein fans out there?
Obviously, Machine Games has been pretty busy, but we've had Indiana Jones for a while now. And I'm like, all right, guys, bring back my boy BJ, bring back his twins, bring back the crew. Like, let's go slay some more Nazis.
Yeah.
Let's make things better. And I hope that they'll do, like, sort of a mood piece, like, with the announcement and not just a logo. Like, because I know whenever I think of people who just announce games with logo, I'm like, like, we have Elder Scrolls. It's like, like, I want more than what we got for that, basically, for this. Because I think, again, we kind of know where they would go, probably.
Yeah.
Probably, but if it's not, I would like to have some of that matched to this hopeful mood piece that they would have. But
Michael, Wolfenstein 3, are you all in if that happens?
I would pop off for that. I think that's, you know, there's a lot of things going for it. We haven't seen Wolfenstein in a long time, but Indiana Jones was a great game. Machine Games has a great reputation.
They got the sauce.
To say the least.
They have not missed. And so I think like 2017 is a long time ago, y'all. I hate to break it to y'all, but 2017 was 9 years ago. And that's when we had the new Colossus. And that game was fantastic. But so much of the world itself around us has changed. And Wolfenstein has always been this sort of commentary on the things that they see manifest in a game that is, you know, fantastical. It is historical fiction. It's dystopian. It's all these different things. But our world has changed so much, and I think Machine Games has proven that they're smart about how they leave those things. I think Wolfenstein New Order and New Colossus are actually like very good. There's very good storytelling in that, on top of being a really good shooter. So if they do show 3, I do trust them with that.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, that was my 2024 game of the year. So it's like, that's what, it's still only a year and a half ago, because it came out in December.
Aí, tá vendo? Eles elogiam Indiana Jones, tá vendo? Indiana Jones e o Grande Círculo, eles reconhecem que é um ótimo jogo. Agora, se a gente pede pra o que tem no jogo de Indiana Jones ter no Tomb Raider, a gente é mimizento, entendeu?
Yes, exactly.
Tá vendo? O povo gosta, assim, de quebra-cabeça, tá vendo?
So we got a really deep look into this. And it's nice. Yeah. So I really liked what I saw.
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
I don't want them to have a huge section because I don't want to see too much.
Ixekeramix mandou R$1. Boa tarde. Para a felicidade e alegria geral dos fãs, informamos que compraremos Tomb Raider de volta.
Vai nada, porque eu não vou deixar. Square Enix, obrigado pelo tesourinho. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você. De coração. Só não te desejo Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider não. Lamento. Square Enix, lamento. Só nojenta. Ridícula.
Kind of a cousin to Obsidian stuff, to Outer Worlds. Like, sort of that hybrid first-person shooter and proper RPG in one game.
Yeah, that's the impression we got, and knowing In Exile, who's developing this, it's like they make games for RPG sickos.
Yes.
And like Path of Exile, you play Path of Exile. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So like, but to see a lot of those systems or ideas manifest in a first-person game, I think that could be a winning formula, and it's something new from them. It's new. It would be something fresh for Xbox, but also for In Exile. And I miss Dishonored. I got a lot of Dishonored vibes from what we saw previously with it, and there's room for that kind of game again. I know like Arcane isn't working on a Dishonored anymore, and like I miss that vibe. But you know that steampunk era with like a lot of different technology you haven't seen before. But if you can go deeper on RPG systems in that kind of world, like. You know, I like you said though, like I don't need to see more gameplay because we did get a deep dive. That was like 5-6 minutes long last year. But if we could get hit with like a story trailer,
a release window,
that would be cool to remind people at least that this game exists.
I've been really a big fan of all the games that have been coming out with boss fights as their show of gameplay because I think it really capitalizes on characterizing like the kind of mechanics they want to really throw at you because you know when you get to boss it's like you're putting
nada ainda.
Right, so it's like the culmination of everything you learned up until that point. So being able to see a boss and see how they put that together, I think is such a great display without having to show too much of their story or too much of their environments that they're not ready to showcase yet, just because you know spoilers. So I hope that would be a great opportunity for them.
Yeah. We mentioned we had Arcane's Blade, Marvel's Blade brought up. Destin, any chance you think we see that? No,
I don't. I would love that to see where they're going with the gameplay and the unique art style that they presented thus far. But no, I don't think that's going to happen. What I would really like to see from this showcase is I want to see Xbox sort of showcase why you should invest in their ecosystem again.
Yeah.
What makes them special? And I don't know, are Gears and Halo going to be able to do that again? Or is there something new that they have up their sleeves that will reinvigorate their base and get that new audience that they're trying to capture?
Well, I can think of one thing, but it's probably not happening today, and that would be an Elder Scrolls 6 teaser.
Oh yeah,
that's we're not there yet. I can't.
Exclusively on Xbox.
Well, that would end like all of LA would just melt.
That's the thing is like with Asha kind of like saying that they're thinking about and reevaluating exclusivity on Xbox. I mean, like that's important for them to message, and I think it would be really powerful for them to have figured that out by now. I'm not confident they would, because I feel like
que, bom, o Xbox Showcase ainda não começou, né?
Because it's not just them saying, actually, we don't want to do contracts and legal obligations.
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
They said, yes, we're going to push this out other places, but I think
Universo Metafísico mandou R$1. Que legal, pessoas assistindo uma live, pessoas assistindo uma live pra falar em live sobre a live.
Esse sim é o multiverso da loucura. Obrigado, Universo, pelo tesourinho. Obrigado de coração. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você, viu? Desejo tudo em dobro mesmo. Cara, eu só tô aqui porque a Alex with Dragon confirmou presença E ela vai conversar com a galera, então...
Would tell Bethesda, like, actually, you're not doing PlayStation development anymore. Like,
deu tempo de descer, eles quitaram a comida e voltaram.
But again, like, Xbox has been doing some surprising moves, so maybe something like that is happening in the background, but I wouldn't bet on that.
The reporting says that PlayStation isn't going to do PC releases. If they're willing to walk away with $1 billion plus in revenue, PC releases, maybe Xbox is looking at
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
too many cross-platform games. I could see a timed exclusivity.
That was right.
Gazum mandou R$1. Certo, meus queridos. Já vimos que VCS estão felizes. Mãe, tragam a dona dos jogos pra sala.
Exato, Gazum. Falou bonito. Obrigado pelo tesourinho, Gazum. Obrigado de coração. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você. Lara vai aparecer. A gente só tem que esperar a hora certa, né? Oh, Deus, viu?
I think she has done that. She lowered the price most of the way back down on Game Pass Ultimate after it went through the roof last year.
Good course correction there.
Yeah, and that was definitely very welcome because you, quite frankly, I can't think of any other major gaming or entertainment streaming service that has lowered its price. They only ever go up. Certainly my Netflix bill only ever goes up.
Yeah.
But I
Ainda teve
if
tempinho de atacar
Asha
Netflix.
Today, maybe we get a tiny price cut on the Series X and the Series S, because when she came in, she did address hardware as in sort of her introductory blog post is, hey, this is like hardware is too much. We need to be more affordable. And so like $25 or $50 still doesn't get us back to, I mean, these consoles should all be $400 or less at this point, if you ask me. But I could see maybe a small price cut today, especially with GTA 6 looming in November, because then like a lot of people are gonna finally buy a current generation console because of GTA 6, and if the
Nossa,
Xbox
gente,
is a
agora
little
me
bit
deu uma
cheaper,
nostalgia,
maybe that
entre aspas,
nudges
de quando eu
some
comprei meu
people
Xbox
to go
e
that
abri
way.
a caixa.
Am I calling my nuts here?
Ai, foi tão legal.
No, we've talked about it in a previous Unlocked episode that, Miranda, I think you brought up, but then like it snowballed into this idea that if Xbox wants to be the platform to go to, affordability it's right there on the table. Because we cannot stop talking about how expensive hardware is. Technology ain't getting cheaper. It's unprecedented that 6 years into a console's life cycle, it's only gotten more expensive. So if they want to take that loss, whatever it might be, and be like, line it up with the biggest game that will ever release up to this point.
Exactly.
If you could associate yourself with that, I know that Rockstar has certain marketing deals with other platforms, with like PlayStation and stuff, and you know it's not coming to PC yet. So what could be the most accessible and approachable way to play GTA 6 if you had not made the jump? A Series S might be the option too. Like that's not out of the realm of possibility.
I was going to say some of our core fans would be like, who hasn't made the jump at this point?
A lot
of people.
I was talking to somebody who's like, oh yeah, I haven't played a game in like 6 years, but I'm going to come back for GTA. Like GTA is my thing. And I was like, oh, do you have a console to play it on? They're like, not yet. I'm still figuring it out. So, I mean, there's a market there for that for sure.
Asha highlighted that in the Bloomberg interview she just did recently that it was a 2.75% increase in hardware costs when typically we've seen a 50% price reduction by this point in the life cycle. And affordability is a key metric that she is looking at and trying to figure out how they can offer that to the audience when everybody else is raising their prices.
Yeah, so I'm really crossing my fingers for that one because I just think, again, even if, at $50 probably maybe covers sales tax on a $500+ console, but any little bit would be welcome.
It helps.
These things, they've just gotten too damn expensive. It's like the rent is too damn high. So it's, it is time. So we'll see, but that's what we hope to see. Now let's see what we're gonna see.
Oh, it's starting.
The Xbox Showcase is starting.
Let's go.
We'll see you on the other side for our post-show recap.
Nossa, ainda tem... Gente do céu. Nossa. GTA. Calados porque a mamãe vai falar. Calados agora porque...
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you.
There should be more guns in the trunk.
Here, strap these on.
This isn't enough. We should still head to the police station. We're gonna have more firepower there.
Right. Yes. It's about 2 blocks up ahead.
Okay. Shoot, move, watch for civilians. Get inside now. Ground's opening.
Nossa.
You see that? It was something big, like huge crab figures picking up through the street. Just the adrenaline hit. We need to keep moving through the underpass.
Let's get moving.
Ó, uma gameplay desse estilo que a gente precisa de Tomb Raider, né? Olá, Sarita, seja bem-vinda.
More tremors.
Reloading. Cover me.
Nossa.
All right. That gear said they're stuck in the pay and save. Which way?
It's on the other side of those apartments. At least that thing carved us a shortcut.
Through here.
Too slow. Oh, bugger! Come on, then. Oh. Nice shot. Oh, where the hell did you lot come from?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves scarce. These fuckers keep pouring in every few minutes. More trappers, watch it! Right on schedule. You guys here?
Yeah, who are you?
Esse jogo parece estar bem legal, né? Years of War. Nothing.
These things been coming in waves? Yeah, what's the problem till I ran out of ammo? I'm not just standing up. I got friends inside.
Gente, eu lembro de quando a minha avó vinha aqui na minha casa e ela me via jogar essas coisas, sabe? Que tinha bastante sangue, tripas e vísceras. Aí ela ficava sentada no sofá olhando e eu ali jogando, matando os bichos, decapitando cabeça, sangue. E eu lembro da minha avó assim, Mas credo. A minha avó só olhava e falava, ai, mas credo. Aí eu falava, ah, avó, é joguinho, né? Aí ela, ai, mas credo. Mas credo. Aí eu colocava outros joguinhos pra ela acompanhar. Eu colocava... Eu lembro que uma vez eu coloquei o Assassin's Creed 2, que se passa na Itália, e minha avó é descendente de italiana, e nossa, ela amou. Ela amou. Aí eu colocava Tomb Raider, aí ela ficava mais tranquila, assim, sabe? Tomb Raider era uma aventura, né? Mas se eu colocasse Resident Evil, Baioneta, tipo, umas coisas mais violentas, assim. Ela só colocava a mãozinha assim na cara, que nem eu faço agora. Ela colocava a mãozinha na cara e falava, mas credo. Mas ela também não era contra, né? Ela só achava violento, mas tipo, beleza, né? Típico de toda avó. Mas eu falava pra ela, eu falei, não, vó, mas é joguinho só, é joguinho. Aí ela, ai, que fique só no joguinho então, né? Aí eu falei, não, vó, vai ficar só no joguinho. Aí eu colocava lá, um monte de sangue batendo na tela, e ela, mas credo. Ai, ela é uma fofa. Ai, era muito engraçado. É, então, aí quando eu colocava Tomb Raider, Sarita, aí ela ficava mais tranquila, sabe? Porque ela... Tomb Raider é uma aventura, né? Não é um jogo de sangue, né? Aí ela...
Welcome to the Xbox Game Showcase. For the past 25 years, Xbox has delivered some of the greatest games of all time. Games that changed what was possible. Games that brought players together, and games that defined generations. Xbox was built on the spirit of creativity and heart. And as we kick off the show with Gears of War E-Day, it's only fitting that as we return to Xbox, we return to Gears. So today, we're announcing that Gears of War E-Day will be an Xbox console exclusive. The core of Xbox is great games, and that's what today is all about.
Ela era uma fofinha.
We're going to show you more than 25
é que ela já,
né,
ela já faleceu, né?
Followed by our Gears
Mas
Direct.
ela...
Enjoy the show.
Ela deve estar lá no céu agora vendo eu ver esses jogos e ela lá tipo, ai, mas credo. Ai, gente, que horror. Ai, ai. Ela faz falta. Uma fofa.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in? Well, I was being crushed to death with seawater and mud and manure, whilst holding onto my sister's hand. I remember her fingers gripped so tightly in mine that her nails drew blood. Until I lost her grip. But she stayed away. Does stick in the memory a bit, yeah.
Isabel. Isabel era o nome da minha bisavó.
I know why you're here. You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power.
Fable.
Don't waste time on trivialities.
You're back.
Fable. É as portas demoníacas aquelas lá. Aquelas são as portas demoníacas.
Knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
I was just
sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse? Remorse is for the guilty.
É feio, pô. A mulher é feia lá.
I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it.
Olha, o castelo de Albion.
Doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
And that hero is me.
Muito legal. Oh, Jack the Blades! Olha! Jack the Blades! O Jack the Blades vai voltar! Olha, olha, olha!
You've heard the story. Halo, the chief, stuff of legends. But that's not the story I'm telling today. This one you haven't heard. Op started simple enough. Drop in, grab the goods, get out before anyone noticed. Well, guess what? They noticed.
Aí, ó, o Binho que gosta de jogo de tiro. Aí, ó.
Now you ready to get to it?
Olá, Lia! Seja
You
bem-vinda!
served long enough. You learn to read
Halo.
the battlefield. This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know freaky.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock. The thing with simple jobs is, they always get complicated. Plans change. Odds get worse. My advice, bring a Spartan.
Halo, campaign involved.
Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type?
No.
Concordo, Pedro Tavares Santos. Mas será que vai ser aqui no Xbox, gente? Agora eu tô preocupado. Eles mostraram a Lara no evento ali, então...
There's something on this island. It's like it calls to me. You and my father found that island thanks to me.
There's more to this than you understand. More than you can handle.
I've proven myself.
Have you? Have you really?
A sword keeps you alive. A dagger wins the fight. Look at this place. It's mad.
The final confrontation is about to begin!
Where are the others? This was dead, Lenny. They're all dead. Move!
But you couldn't have said, hey, Lenny.
You know those ancient death curse rumors? Well, maybe they're true. Sin and I fall.
Cara, tem bastante jogo legal que eles estão anunciando, né?
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
Domino might have been on that Midnight Channel before she died too.
Wait! Whoa! Now where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace totally different. Look out!
Now then, whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
To wield a persona is to wield direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened through bonds.
Doesn't it sound cool?
Someone had to see that. I'm glad it was you.
Was that supposed to be him?
Good times never seem to last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid bully jerk! I can't wait!
So, shall we?
Really? So neat!
Come on, don't call me that. All shadows were originally born from humans. Well, then that means Senpai got killed by her other self.
No! Get out of here! Don't look at me! Does that mean you're just gonna stuff me back in your head and pretend I'm not Rhea? I can't! I can't!
Persona! All right, which means that we also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not running away from this. Well, but I have no problem taking down shadows. It's over!
So yeah, I'll be counting on you, partner. Then let's team up and catch this jerk.
Let's end it! Here! Go! Persona!
Persona 4 Revival. É, não é a Larinha ainda. For Caroline.
And I used to argue about what ended the world. A weapon, a virus, something worse. Started in quiet towns, empty roads, places the world forgot. Survivors found each other, built walls, pushed back against the night. We'll always have each other's back. Because the world has become more dangerous than ever. The dead aren't just wandering anymore. They hunt. You believe. What matters is that when the dead come through the dark, so do we.
Cara, uma coisa que eu tô notando é que, tipo, os jogos da Xbox que estão anunciando até agora são jogos que estão me chamando mais atenção e provavelmente porque não é primeira pessoa, tipo, que nem nos outros eventos. Os outros eventos, tipo, cara, 80% dos jogos era primeira pessoa. Aqui não, aqui são jogos em terceira pessoa, com combate legal, uma história interessante, um gráfico bom. State of Decay 3. Outro.
On the Sea of Thieves, there have been plenty of grand adventures. But what if you could make your own Sea of Thieves experience? With our new free update, Custom Seas, you can. Let me explain. You can create new ways to play. Like Rowboat Royale, where small but bloodthirsty crews duke it out in a furious battle to the death. Just remember to watch out for explosive barrels. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Or Skeleton Snipe Hunt, where the sharpest shooter with the highest score wins. Or maybe you just want to spawn this, and these, and one of those, and absolutely loads of these, and, well, you get the idea. You can create a cinematic masterpiece. With enhanced camera tools, you could show romance, action, or tragedy. Or maybe just show the world from a whole new perspective. Or you could even just create a place to hang. Literally, if you want. Or you could come together for a party. Or maybe you want somewhere you can just kick back and relax. Whatever your piratical pursuits may be, we're giving you your own keys to the seas. There's a whole new world of possibility ready to explore. So dive in and unleash your creativity. The tools are now in your hands. What you do with them is up to you. Just try not to wreck the place.
Interesting. Pra mim, saturou isso de zumbi. É, zumbi já deu, né? Tem muita coisa de zumbi mesmo. Mas acho que é uma coisa que vai ficar. Veio pra ficar mesmo.
There is a liar in these tunnels. They call him Führer. But that is not your name. Your name is Hunter. As a Spartan, you were a legend. You stood for something. But where are the Spartans now? To protect the metro from you. You promised a brighter future for our people. Now, the Norai spreads tyranny in your name. You swore to crush the enemy, to face them head on, and guide the metro to the light. But darkness consumes you, spreads like a plague, eats you from within. Every step and every move drowns you deeper in lies. Your lies, and now, Hunter, That legendary Spartan is gone. Turn to ash. I won't stop. Until the Führer burns with him.
World premiere.
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
Ceboso mandou R$1,50. Uau! Mais um jogo de zumbi.
Mais um jogo de zumbi. Ceboso, muito obrigado pelo tesourinho. Obrigado de coração. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você. Talvez um pouco menos de jogo de zumbi, né? Um pouquinho menos, talvez. Passarinho do mal tacando fogo nas plantinhas.
World premiere.
Quando é World Premiere, não é o Tomb Raider. O Tomb Raider já teve o seu World Premiere.
Countless wars have been waged throughout history in pursuit of the elixir of immortality. A champion rises, destined to quell the chaos of this senseless cycle. Awaken. Phoenix.
Wolong 2, eu não sabia nem que tinha um.
So, it was you who set the Red Cliffs ablaze.
Eu não sabia nem que tinha um.
You're ready for the challenge and the reward of opening your very own cult.
Nothing can beat us, nothing can break us, nothing can shock us, nothing can shake us. I know it's nothing.
You'll be going to beautiful Bedford County, USA, teaming with locals waiting to join our family.
You scare me? You don't scare me.
You better reevaluate your life choices.
You pissed off a random person on the street. You want a trophy?
Even if they don't know it yet. Build a cult, and I will shield you from the apocalypse. Join us. Join us.
Nothing can stop our love. Looking for the owner of a severed human head. Come and collect it, or it will be given away on a first
Join
come,
us,
first
the
served
last
basis.
of us, the first of us, among us. Estamos na moda do us.
World premiere.
É, não é Tomb Raider. Deixa eu pegar mais água.
believing time would see them heal. But what is left in the dark sickens. And some binds cannot be broken.
Ô Secret, fazendo propaganda tipo Jequiti aí do TR. Ai, que apareceu rapidinho, né? Foi sem querer, eu só cliquei na janela aqui e deu esse bug. A intenção é boa. Foi engraçado.
What waits for you?
Nothing. Opa, será que vem Indiana Jones aí? Não.
Answer the call of 76.
Welcome to the surface, a sprawling paradise. Meet the locals, learn to fish. Doesn't that sound nice? What a hoot! You found loot. This is no time to hoard. Share your stroke of luck with your pals. All aboard. Build your camp as a team. Hey, life's pretty swell. But in this Appalachian wonderland,
All is not well.
Gadzooks! It's worse than expected. Enemies are waiting in places undetected. So suit up, son, and defend our great nation. And gather all your friends when you fight this infestation. That's the play, Daddy-O. We'll tackle them all. Rebuilding our bright future from the ashes, rising tall. When you hear adventure calling, when you're looking for kicks. Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault 70. Oh dear.
Então tá bom, né? Eu também nunca joguei Fallout, então não saberia dizer. Opa, Bethesda de novo? Indiana Jones?
Our flock has been led astray by your acts of defiance. Argent and Noir trembles in the wake of your actions. They follow you now.
The Council has chosen. Beneath this chamber will be your tomb.
É gostoso no jogo, isso é bom.
Is your pain given shape? It holds many secrets. Only a cleansed soul may leave.
É primeira pessoa, já não me prendeu.
Your enemy. I am your way out.
With the Slayer gone, Have you not found peace? The demons, they have retreated. Their war is with him.
Slayer is alive, and we're going to find him.
Doom.
Que isso, GTA Fortnite? Então tá bom.
Olha! Uma edição de 25 anos de aniversário do Xbox, que legal. Xbox Series X 25, uau. Legal. Olá, Felipe! Seja bem-vindo!
In the frozen north, we know only one way of life. We know the thunderous crash of the waves against our ships. We know the bite of cold steel. The roar of fires that consume our enemies. And that the moment of peace is only temporary. Because Valhalla opens its gates only to the worthy. And the next proving ground awaits just beyond the horizon.
Minecraft Battle Royale. Ah, velho.
World premiere.
Ladies and gentlemen, admirers of the mysteries of magic, take your seats before the lights go down and the curtain rises.
Ah, esse aí é o Clock Tower?
The next act is about to begin.
Eu acho que é o Clock Tower desse daí.
Are you sitting comfortably? Are you prepared to witness
Eu acho que é o Clock Tower.
mystifying and illuminating? Watch closely then, and let the shadows tell their story. Behold, the famous Jacob Menturo, stage magician extraordinaire. So brilliant were his tricks, it cast 5 long shadows behind him. They called themselves Masters. Through a deal with the devil, the Masters sought yet more power. Their deal demanded a sacrifice, and in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil had other plans. He pulled Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered a new deal. Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination they command. Take what should have been his. Escape if he can. That's your cue. Run.
Oh, no, no. Ó, esse mesmo sendo em primeira pessoa, ele me chamou a atenção. Ele tem um monte de mecânica diferente, ó, Magician. Ah, legal. Parece legal isso daí.
A deal's a deal, Jacob. I'll see you soon.
É, então, gostei disso daí. Parece legal isso aqui. Mais um de samurai. Não, esse é de guerra.
What would you give for victory?
É, então, esse eu achei legal. Você controlando um mágico, usando poderes ali com a varinha, cartas, baralho, né? Bacana aquele ali.
The line between victory and defeat is thin. What if you had within you power, terrible and divine, to destroy your enemies, break their will? Would you have the strength, the resolve to wield it?
É, esse já não...
If destiny was there, within reach, could you sacrifice everything? For your country. For your empire. For your emperor.
Valor Mortis. Napoleão Bonaparte num submundo muito louco.
Glenumbra's full of thieves. What is it you're after? Don't take this the wrong way, but we've been watching you. You've got talent and a lot of promise.
Stop! Thief!
Are you ready to talk about planning a real heist, partner? Welcome to our Thieves Guild. Our members will show you the ropes. This job is going to need every trick in the book.
I heard that caravan should arrive tomorrow.
Some jobs call for slick distractions and quick fingers, but you never truly know what's behind a door. Or if that's not quite your style, step out of the shadows and take a direct approach. There's other treasure all around the world, if you know where to look and are willing to fight for it. Whether it's fortune, adventure, or danger, the Thieves Guild has everything you need, as long as you're willing to take it.
Don't mind if I do. Hands off the cheese. I got here first. Oh.
Nothing. Flight Simulator. Flying Simulator. Nada tá me empolgando, só queria ver a Larinha.
Stands here, yet it cannot be seen.
Pois é, Pedro Tavares.
The wind passes.
Eu tô achando que esse evento do Xbox, ele vai acho que até às 4. Eu acho que acabou o evento começa a Lara.
Move in secrecy, renowned for their mastery of mechanisms. As the old order begins to fall, no one can remain untouched. When all is obscured, the battle has only just begun. Beneath every mechanism, the true game lies in the human heart. This is your game to decide.
Dracula's castle is just ahead. I have come here to destroy you, just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
No one believed me when I said the newest Belmont would be a girl.
God has given you another chance, Rose. You must use it wisely to better control your curse and strengthen yourself.
You are no more than an irritating thing. What makes you think you can stop me this time?
I've always wanted a pet Belmont.
Stupid girl. I will show you what hell is.
I am Rose Belmont, and I will hunt the night!
Olá, Pop Marcos, seja bem-vindo. Olá, Brujesuk Games, seja bem-vindo também.
Some years have a color to them. A haze that seems to fill the whole world. In its glow, you discover wonderful new places.
Que bonitinho.
Dear friends you always needed. And golden moments which linger on the warm breeze. As you live your days as dreams.
Interessante.
World Premiere.
Olá, Mara, agora que eu te vi aí. Olá, Fabiana, Rodrigo. Persona 6? Olha.
World Premiere.
Ele tá igual amaciante, bem concentrado. Eu só queria o Tomb Raider. Activision presents a smashing blast from the past. Oh. Oh. Spyro! Olha! Gente! Agora só tá faltando um novo jogo do Crash. Que legal! Olha! Spyro nunca cresce e vira um dragão adulto. Acho que é o máximo que ele consegue. Ó, esse deve ser o Clock Tower.
Bullets are flying.
What you do that for?
My fingers slip. And every copper in the tangle is on my tail.
Hooligans, come to order.
Piss off! Let me introduce you to some of my esteemed colleagues.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Me, I prefer to make it up as I go.
Morgan! Oh, you'll have better odds getting through without me.
Everyone knows you're easy pickings for someone with any sand.
Then give my regards to the Sandman.
Cheap rubbish.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me! I'm Anne fucking Darrow!
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
We've been preparing to rob Griswick's vault for months now. So put in the heist tonight, yeah? Morgan, get to that crane to lower the ship.
Greetings. I am the Miracle Industries auto-loading crane. If you have the authority, I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Ah, defeat. How sad. You were all doing so well.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens.
Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this. You've just jumped about 25 years back in time. This place, on this day, is ripe for changing the course of history.
This life ain't one for granting easy choices. But I just found a way to control the past. Change who's in control. Make things unfair in our favor. Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain.
A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak.
The pimp, the plod, the priest. Who do we like the least? Oh, it's different how they do ya. The ways they stick it to ya. And when they're done with chucking it up, oh, downstairs, well, they're all gonna
nothing's ever given to folk like us. Especially not the future.
Quantas horas tem esse trailer? 10?
But this time, we've a chance to steal it. What more could an honest thief ask for?
Well, they're all going to screw you in the
Clock Tower. É Clockwork, né? Clock Tower. Olha.
Clockwork Revolution is an original experience full of intriguing characters and incredible world building. And it's an Xbox console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a milestone year for us as we celebrate 25 years with you, and we're excited about our lineup of iconic games. Record-breaking Forza Horizon 6, the return of Master Chief, rebuilt from the ground up, the extraordinary world of Fable, full of choice and consequences. Incredible games from our partners at Sega, 4A Games, Koei Tecmo, and more. And players can look forward to 2 upcoming exclusives, Gears of War E-Day in 2026 and Clockwork Revolution in 2027. In a moment, we'll dive into Gears of War E-Day, but before we do, one franchise that has been with us from the beginning is Call of Duty. Now, it's bigger than ever, with a new Modern Warfare later this year and a movie on the way. Last month, the teams at Infinity Ward and Activision gave us a glimpse of the story and gameplay. Today, they are back with a first look at DMZ, reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
Activision presents a smashing blast from the past.
경의하는 최고령도자 동지의 유명한 용도 아래 우리 조선 반도는 질서정연하고 강력하다. 남부 차단 구역에서 발생했던 산업 사고는 우리 공화국의 영웅적 투쟁으로 이미 수습되어 조국의 안전엔 흔들림이 없다. 차단 구역은 안전하다.
Inside the mall is a set of black files carrying bounty intel on a high-value target. Locate the files and eliminate the HVT. Expect contact. HVT may be in the area hunting anyone after that intel. Jeez, this is huge. It's dark as hell. That's why you got NVGs, man.
Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
No, that's a negative. That's not why we're here.
I'm gonna be fine. It's only gonna take 2 seconds.
I say again, that's a negative. Okay, get your ass upstairs.
Damn, he's down. Let's go help him.
Hell no. That's on him. I told him to get his ass up here.
Copy. Where are we at on the intel?
Got it. Alright. Let's find that HVT.
On you.
Overwatch to actual. Letting that intel compromise your location. Enemies are alerted to your position.
Shit.
You know we're here.
Damn.
Okay. Alright, let's just find that HVT.
Hey, hold on.
What's up?
Let's just... Hey, you good, man?
Fuck.
Yeah, you're all right. Is that the HVT?
Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to exfil.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
You good?
Yep. Let's just get out of here.
All right. Let me get some ammo.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, let's move.
Overwatch to actual. Look for any building with green smoke. I say again, green smoke. Freeze, you got eyes?
Yeah, I got it.
Eu tô preocupado com a vida do soldado. Ai, eu fiquei tão entretido aqui. Nossa, eu fiquei tão entretido aqui que eu... Nossa, meu Deus, coitado.
I'm inside.
Ai, Deus. Você vê, gente, eu me envolvo com as coisas, entendeu? Eu posso não ser fã de jogo de tiro, mas eu me envolvo, entendeu? De uma forma.
Hey, Locker, you downstairs?
Ai, essa foi muito boa. Ai, eles vão morrer agora, quer ver, ó? Eu vou fracassar agora.
Welcome to the Coalition, here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, home of Gears of War. When Gears debuted in 2006, it instantly redefined the genre. And now in 2026, we're on the cusp of another rare moment. A chance to honor where we've been, celebrate with our fans, and lay the foundation for where Gears is going next. To get there, we're taking it all the way back to the day the world changed and the fight began, Emergence Day. It's a day of unimaginable loss that sits at the heart of our universe. And today, for the first time, we're ready to take you inside the studio and show you all the ways to play with our new movements, weapons, and modes that will make E-Day the most brutally satisfying Gears yet.
Is that all you got?
Before we talk about what this game is, I think it's important to share why we chose E-Day. When we started this project, we were moving to Unreal Engine 5. It was a new foundation with a blank slate. So we took a moment to reflect on what makes Gears so special to us and to our fans. And we realized that all of the things that make this world feel so unique, brotherhood, brutality, that melancholy beauty, and over-the-top spectacle, they're all perfectly set up in this one moment in time, E-Day. The moment the Locust ripped through the ground and changed the history of Sarah forever. And to tell that story, we wanted to build an experience that evoked the vibes of the original Gears game. So we started with this one still from the Mad World trailer. It's Marcus facing down the Locust, defiantly firing into the darkness against overwhelming odds, and we said this is the emotional core of Gears. This is the tone and feeling that we wanted to build our next game around.
This is our most ambitious game yet. E-Day is a story we haven't been able to tell before because we didn't have the technology to do it. We finally have the tools to reimagine the Gears world at a new, unprecedented level of detail. We're pushing Gears to new heights with the densest, most detailed world we've ever created. With seamless, large-scale environments.
It's even worse from up here.
Fully dynamic ray trace lighting. And richer real-time destruction. Starting with an empty hard drive, we literally rebuilt everything from scratch. Characters, enemies, weapons, animation, sound, the world itself. And then we tear it apart in front of you.
Look out! Coming down!
You'll fight against bigger and more brutal enemies with new and craftier weapons. Navigate the battlefield with more.
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
So that every moment of emergence plays smoother and hits.
Eita, Lele mandou R$1. Que evento chato. Monte de jogo igual, só que diferente. Tirando Crazy Taxi. Quero.
Eita, Lele, obrigado pelo tesourinho, obrigado de coração. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você. Olha, eu não vou mentir, eu achei o evento do Xbox um pouco mais interessante. De todos os eventos, eu achei o evento do Xbox mais legal.
E-Day is set before the events of the original Gears of War. After decades of conflict, peace has finally been declared on Sarah, and the Gears have returned home.
Love you, baby.
Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago are young veterans trying to adjust to civilian life while grieving the loss of someone they both loved. Carlos Santiago, Dom's older brother and Marcus's best friend.
To Carlos. To Carlos. Best fucking brother anyone could ask for.
Carlos died in combat in a moment of sacrifice before the war ended, and without him, Marcus and Dom's relationship is distant.
The emotion from our refinery gets power.
With the world just barely on the cusp of peace and our characters coming to terms with their new reality, the locusts emerge and change everything.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
Strap these up.
E-Day tells not one, but two origin stories. The start of this world falling apart and a brotherhood coming together. And over the course of 3 intense days, you'll see how loss reshapes this world and our characters, beginning with a night of desperate survival in a brand new city.
We decided to focus our story on just one city, so you could really feel what war does to people. When we started creating Kelowna, we wanted it to be more than just a backdrop. We wanted to feel alive, like it was another character in the story, packed with layers and personality. Kelowna used to be all about innovation and discovery. The years of industrialization for the cog war effort totally reshaped it. With such a rich history, it made sense to lean into that classic Gears retro vibe. Towering architecture, robust vehicles, and grounded technology. Kind of like those gritty industrial cities from the 1970s. We also looked right outside these windows at the mountains, the ocean, and local landmarks to help give Kelowna its unique style. As you play the campaign, the city reveals itself through the main districts. The historic center, with its classic Gears architecture in stone and steel. The downtown core, more modern, reshaped by decades of industrial growth. The military airfield, set at the forest edge with shipyards nearby, the refineries, and supporting working-class
se eu
neighborhoods,
acho que o Legacy of
built around
Atlantis terá
constant
mansão
emulsion
Croft, eu
production.
acho. Eu acho.
Gears plays best in a city, and Kelowna is the ultimate battlefield. Kelowna's density, tight streets, mixed with open spaces, let us rethink how gear moves through the world, and it created the perfect stage for greater scale.
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
Informação mandou real. Não terá Tomb Raider no Xbox Showcase, só no pós-evento da IGN.
Informação, obrigado pelo tesourinho, obrigado de coração, desejo tudo em novo pra você. E sim, eu tô sabendo. Só que como a IGN já tá assistindo a Xbox, eu falei, já vamos assistir tudo junto, né? Mas sim, Tomb Raider vai ser depois, bem provável que vai ser depois. Valeu pelo tesourinho.
More complex and organic feeling spaces than ever before. From Sprint, you can now slide, which lets you quickly get under objects, slide around corners, or transition more smoothly into cover from a run. And we added the ability to jump, which really opened up this citywide battleground. We get to play with more verticality, climbing walls and vehicles, or clearing gaps in crumbling buildings to reach new flanking routes. At the heart of our gameplay is still that great Gears combat puzzle. A mix of unique enemy combinations, tactical weapon choices, and your ability to read and move through the arena. But now you have more choice than ever, and we get these peaks of almost action movie sequences. You can throw yourself off a balcony, land next to your buddy and revive him, scramble through cover, slide under a truck, and hit safety on the other side. We get these amazing Gears playgrounds, small and large, where all these elements come together, and the city is filled with them.
Our missions move across the city, from linear fights in narrow streets and alleys, to more open districts, where you have access to entire neighborhoods. Now you have strategic choices. You take the
a IGN vai até noitão? Cara, eu acho que vai longe. Mas eu só quero ver até o Tomb Raider. O Tomb Raider não vai ser uma das últimas apresentações pelo que eu vi.
It's up to you. And if you're playing co-op with your friends, well, then you can try all three at the same time. Taking your own path reveals small stories from the city. Survivors trapped in an apartment.
There's a civilian in that building, 4th floor.
A raven crashed in the distance. A group of Gears readying an ambush. You still have your orders, but it's up to you to decide where you offer to help or how much of the city you choose to explore.
And that city is fully realized. To create a city of this scale and detail, we needed to invest in an entire suite of tools. Tools for roads, intersections, sidewalks, e-holes, buildings, rooftops, and pipes. We have a procedural content generation toolset for scattering millions of pieces of trash and debris across the ground to make Kelowna feel lived in. This is the largest, most complex location you've ever seen in a Gears game.
But the board control is connected to an older antenna. I can reconfigure their radios to reach Afira.
Do it. The remaining Gears will hold the fort.
In other Gears games, the world's basically already dead. There are very few human survivors left. But in E-Day, you're watching a live city get ripped apart in front of you. People who once went to work, sporting events, and celebrated the possibility of peacetime are now stopped in their tracks. They abandon their cars and run for survival, attempting to find refuge in subways or stores. A glimpse of a child's toy or dinner left uneaten are reminders of what's been lost and the horror of what the locusts have unleashed.
You'll experience the locust decimation at all scales in E-Day through our customized destruction technology. E-holes are back, unleashing waves of enemies from under your feet at any moment.
As a game design element, getting to use E-holes again as a spawn mechanic is brilliant. Locusts can come out of the ground anywhere, you can toss a grenade in to close them up, just adds this great tactical layer to encounters.
But you'll also encounter massive sinkholes that'll pull down vehicles and entire buildings. And no amount of detail is too small, as micro-destruction goes beyond what we've ever done before with chippable cover across a range of materials. Your impact is real, visceral, and leaves a mark on the world. Destroyed beauty has long been a visual pillar of Gears of War, and we finally get to show the before, making the after hit that much harder. You'll recognize a neighborhood that was once intact is now completely destroyed. You'll walk through city streets filled with smoke and fire, and it feels completely different from how you first experienced it. You start getting this real feeling of the city's a character, and it's really under attack. It's the fall of Kelowna.
E-Day is an intentionally intimate story. There's this colossal event going on in the plot, but the actual characters and the journey they go on is where you get to explore themes of burden, of loss, and of loyalty. The whole world of Gears is about characters. It's the nightmarish monsters from below versus the soldiers that hold the line in a war for survival.
Mozão desistiu de ver e tá roncando aqui do lado do sofá.
No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me. On your feet.
This was our opportunity to focus on what makes Gears characters so special and what makes our enemies
Nossa, Diogo,
so
nem
iconic.
brinca com isso, que horror.
The entire campaign is played from the perspective of our new squad, Bravo. As the invasion breaks out, you'll meet Mags Carter, a former Gear now sweating it out at Kelowna's emulsion refinery.
Now, why don't you come talk shit when your balls drop? And quit going through my stuff.
And you'll also meet rookie cadet Lucas Reyes.
What the hell?
A sharp comms officer who never made it to
Tô
the
só
front lines
esperando,
despite
gente,
his
tô só
dreams of
esperando.
military glory.
Holy fucking shit.
Mags and Lucas, together with Marcus and Dom, are four soldiers thrown together, fighting through tensions with each other while fighting the Locust, ultimately forging their bonds in battle.
We follow Bravo Squad with our cinematic cameras, just like the intense war movies we love. The shots are intentionally gritty and a bit shaky, and leaning into these rough edges is what makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action.
Bravo's story also intertwines with others called to defend the city, including returning characters like warrior philosopher Ty Kaliso.
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix.
Ty. And fans of the books will finally get to see the hard-ass Raven pilot Gil Gettner in-game for the very first time.
Let's go and fuck this mess.
Marcus and Dom are absolute legends. You can spot those strong jaws and thick necks from a mile away. But if you go too realistic, you lose those unique features that make them stand out. Honestly, Marcus just isn't Marcus if you take away his classic permascout. So instead of chasing perfect realism, we focused on making them believable and memorable, respecting the details that really make them who they are.
Parabéns, gostei. Muito bom.
Material and character
Muito
fidelity
bom.
in Gears of War E-Day far surpasses anything we've been able to achieve before. Our facial animation systems have been completely upgraded for E-Day, with 3 times more joints and over 350 facial shapes sculpted for each head alone to really represent the emotion in our characters. Marcus has more detail in his eyelashes than his entire character model did in the original Gears of War on Xbox 360.
Phoenix. Marcus. Sergeant, 26 RTI C Company. Next to kin, Adam Phoenix.
With the amount of layers we have, we've never had fidelity at this scale. Combined with a much more sophisticated animation rig, this allows us to have way more expressive characters with a huge range. From a small smirk to yells on the battlefield.
Come and get some, you goddamn grubs!
Your experience takes on a new intensity. We're pushing the graphical limit with 4K Ultra HD resolution, native HDR10 rendering, hardware ray tracing at 60 frames per second in campaign, and up to 120 frames per second in multiplayer.
When it comes to the Locust, To make them more believable, we made them scarier. The drones are wild and vicious. The boomers are even bigger this time around. Like living battering rams smashing through doorways onto the battlefield. The wretches scream so loud it disorients you before they rip you apart. And the Reavers, they crawl up buildings and rain fire from above. Basically, the whole Locust army, whether new or old, are more intense than ever before.
So what now, Marcus?
We save everyone we can.
Gears of War has never been a horror game, but the world has always felt horrifying. And with E-Day, we lean into that even more. Our new gore system means damage feels meaty, responsive, and satisfying.
That was satisfying.
Muscle and cloth deforms in response to your attacks, and blood and bone damage adds to the intensity of combat. Gore is localized as well. Shoot a locust in the arm or leg, and you'll see the bullet take a chunk out of it. Or land a heavy shot on a limb, and our dismemberment system will rip it clean off in glorious detail.
The Nasha is going to get you the most satisfying shots, covering you in blood, or pop heads from afar with the long shot.
Vou fazer que nem minha avó,
our
mas
favorite weapons for
credo.
E-Day. And of course, we also have some fun new ones for even more brutal ways to tear your enemies apart. The new God Puncher grenade launcher is a cog weapon that fires armor-piercing
Então, é
explosive
só pra
rounds.
matar o tempo do
Quick fire
evento, né?
round to let it explode, or hold the trigger to control when it detonates. That means you can place a well-timed explosion behind an enemy protected by cover, or with practice, master its long-range eco closing potential. The Incinerator is our new shotgun. You can see the emulsion literally melt the skin off an enemy's body. Before, you'd probably get into a grapple if an enemy came charging at you. Now, you feel the power of getting to incinerate them when they get close. And of course, the Lancer.
Nice.
The creation of the Chainsaw Lancer is another origin story from lore that we wanted to show in E-Day. From the moment that Ty grabbed that chainsaw to rip through a locust at the superstore, to a prototype kit bash on the front lines of the invasion, all to deliver on that gratifying moment when you finally get to slice a grub in two.
Gears music has always been about tension, escalation, and release. When a fight kicks off, the music hits hard. It tightens as things get more dangerous. And when you've dropped the last enemy, you hear that familiar big ringing chord. For E-Day, we kept that structure, but made the sound harsher. Together with our composer, Adam Lustica, we built the score to match a world on the verge of collapse. The electric guitar returns alongside classical instruments, but both are pushed into uncomfortable territory.
Eles fizeram... A Crystal Dynamics fez algo desse nível que a gente tá assistindo no Gears of War. Eles fizeram algo nesse nível com o Tomb Raider 2013. Aí, eles não estão fazendo com Legacy of Atlantis. Pra depois eles falarem que o Tomb Raider 2013 vende mais que clássico, eu vou socar eles. Faça o mesmo tratamento. O tratamento que você deu no Tomb Raider 2013, dê agora, vê se não vende.
All chainsaws have voices. When it came to the sound for our Proto Lancer, it was important to us to track down the exact make and model that was recorded back in 2006 and rebuild it from the ground up using our new sound effects system. This chainsaw has a 14-inch blade with that signature meaty yet intimate sound, and when it revs,
tudo que eles
you can
estão
hear
fazendo no
all
Gears of
the
War,
gnarly
eles fizeram no
details.
Tomb Raider 2013. Eles tinham que fazer a mesma coisa com Legacy of Atlantis ou com Catalyst. Mas não, eles estão quietinhos. Entendeu? Aí depois eles vão falar, puxa, não vendeu como a gente queria, né? Claro! Ai, percebemos que o Tomb Raider de 2013 atraiu mais a galera. Claro! Olha isso, cara, esse marketing é quase que forçação de barra. Eles estão forçando isso na nossa goela. É o que o Tomb Raider 2013 fez, agora eles têm que fazer a mesma coisa. Faz ridículos.
It's a heavy world. And what better way
É
to
isso mesmo,
experience
Secret. Pega leve não, não tem que pegar leve não.
music and sound that surrounds you.
Mandar tomar todo mundo no meio do brioco, você vai ver.
No other game does the squad like Gears does.
Ainda
our
não.
themes, our gameplay,
O Tomb Raider não vai aparecer no evento da Xbox, vai ser na IGN mesmo. Mas eles estão cobrindo a Xbox, então a gente assiste
também,
né?
It's also about the bonds you create with your friends. Co-op has always been a part of our DNA. And like every great Gears game, you can bring your own squad to this fight. In campaign, all 4 characters are playable from the start, and we support 4-player online co-op and 2-player split screen on console. In Versus, our sweaty squad-based PvP is back, with a collection of 4v4 modes and all new maps set in locations in and around the war-torn city of Kelowna. We've combined classic Gears' symmetrical PvP map design with new traversal opportunities. You'll put your
Já tá
skill to the test
acontecendo, o
alongside a
Laranja
seasonal
Gamer.
roadmap
Já tá
of killer
acontecendo, a gente
content,
só tá esperando
almost
acabar o
all of which
Xbox.
you can just earn by playing the game, completing an in-game challenges,
Mas realmente,
events,
gente,
and
dá
achievements.
raiva, viu?
And today, we're
Eu
excited
ainda
to
tô bem
announce a
otimista.
dynamic new
Eu acho que o
evolution
Tomb
of
Raider
Gears'
vai vender
iconic
super bem.
PvE mode,
Eu acho.
Horde Siege.
Mesmo eles não
It's a
fazendo o
12-player
marketing
mode
que
where all 3
merecia.
squads fight
Mas eu acho
alongside
que vai
each other
vender bem
to
sim.
battle the Locust Invasion
Eu
and
acho que
defend
Tomb
Kelowna across a range
Raider
of city-based
tá...
maps. We'll have more
Tá
to
numa
share
ascensão
soon,
boa.
and we hope you
Eu
join
acho que
us
Tomb
for
Raider
our
vai que
open
vai.
beta weekends later this summer.
We good? Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
We can't outrun the past. But as long as we're still breathing, we're the ones that keep fighting.
É que eu não
20
sei.
years of Gears is such a milestone.
É que eu não sei se a Amazon que faz
and also a huge responsibility to
o
make
marketing
sure we
quem
deliver
faz é a
on the
Crystal,
story
né?
of Gears.
A Amazon tá
It
distribuindo
always comes
só.
back
Então,
to the squad. It always comes back to the
Por isso que eu
theme
fico
of getting through the absolute shittiest of times with
meio
somebody
preocupado,
else who
sabe?
constantly has your back. And that's Marcus and Dom's story. The story of the original trilogy. The story of E-Day. And the story I think we can all relate to.
Thanks for pushing through. Couldn't have done it alone.
You got it, man.
Having the opportunity to have E-Day come out in the same year as the 20th anniversary of Gears, the quarter-century anniversary of Xbox, it's almost like a homecoming. It's like returning back to our roots and saying, fuck yeah, we're back. And we have so many more stories to tell. It's an incredible honor and one that we want to make sure that we do right.
É, então, entendeu? Eu acho que eles podiam dar mais atenção.
Ty.
Eu espero que a entrevista com a Alex Wilton agora faça isso, né? Pelo menos.
Untouched by nearly 80 years of war.
Eu espero, né?
Destroyed in 2 nights.
For us, the heart of Gears has always been about the bonds you make in the darkest of times. Inside the studio, we rally around a simple phrase: never fight alone. It guides how we build our stories, our gameplay, and our world. It's how we work as a team and the commitment we make to you, our fans. Everything comes back to that important idea of sharing life's experiences, the highs and lows, together. And E-Day is the best expression of never fight alone that we've ever made. Whether you're picking up the Lancer for the first time ever,
I'd forgotten how much I missed this.
Phoenix, there's always a place for you in the Gears squad. When emergency begins,
Hahaha, mandou R$1. Também fico enrolado se falo Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider. Sempre depende com quem te falando.
Faz parte, meu querido, faz parte. Ó, acabou o marketing deles. Foi meia hora, gente. Meia hora pra eles falarem mais do mesmo do Gears of War. Enfim. Obrigado pelo tesourinho, meu querido. Desejo tudo em dobro pra você, de coração, viu? Ó, gente, acho que acabou o evento da Xbox. Acho que agora a gente volta pra IGN.
I know why you're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats.
Now you ready to get to it?
Do you expect us to go quietly?
I've proven myself.
Have you really?
Come here to destroy you.
Qual o nome do jogo do Napoleão? Putz. Agora eu não lembro. Foi legal. Ok, voltamos.
Hello once again. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, host of IGN's weekly Xbox show, Podcast Unlocked, and joining me now to break down everything revealed during the Xbox Game Showcase, Miranda Sanchez, Michael Hyam, and Destin Legary. Love the energy from the IGN Live crowd right now. So quick impressions. First of all, just what did we think of the conference? Miranda, I will start with you.
Well, no one can say that Xbox doesn't have games.
That is true.
So many games. A lot of updates, which is what we were asking for. It's like, let's get release dates, get timelines for a lot of these things, because, you know, as we were saying in the pre-show, when are things coming out?
Valor Mortis, é isso mesmo, Murilo. Boa.
Also, I know me and my team are going to be very busy in September and February.
February, yeah.
So, I guess I
Valeu,
won't be sleeping
Júnior,
for a
isso
while,
mesmo.
but it's best when I'm not sleeping because I'm playing a lot of video games.
Michael, how was this conference for you?
Great showcase, and it had the two things that I cared about most. No clown makeup today, man. I was right. We had P4, we had P6. I'm going to talk all about that later.
We'll get to
but
that.
They had the things I wanted, and there's so much around that. Just that sizzle reel at the end with all the logos of all the games it's showing. It's like Miranda said, I'm with you on that. Can't say Xbox don't got games no more.
Destin, top-level thoughts. What'd you think of the Xbox showcase?
I really liked it, and I really love seeing Xbox console exclusive on a lot of those trailers. That's smart.
Perfect pivot. So there were two games that were deemed Xbox console exclusives, no PS5, and that is Gears of War E-Day and, yeah, Miranda's #1 game of the fall, certainly. And then Clockwork Revolution, a new steampunk RPG, which we've seen before, but now they're confirming that one as an Xbox console exclusive. Let's start with Gears. I mean, that was the star of the show today.
I'm so happy.
I have to start with Miranda. So we learned a lot between, of course, the release date at the very beginning of the show.
Jesus, Maria, José e o Camelo. Gente, eu vou no banheiro rapidinho,
Star
tá?
Wars Galactic Racer, so
eu vou no banheiro rapidinho e já volto, tá? É rapidinho. Fiquem aí assistindo que eu já volto.
We learned a lot more in the Gears Direct that immediately followed. We've got a 12-player Horde mode in multiplayer. We've got a full-fledged campaign, Unreal Engine 5, so Miranda, you have high expectations for this series. You and me both. We've been playing it since the beginning. What'd you think of what you saw from Gears of War E-Day?
I feel like we've only scratched the surface of what this game is going to be, because they really emphasize that you are going to be in one city. You're not going outside of city limits, probably, or maybe just barely. Like, you're going to be in this one focal area. And it seems a lot less, not necessarily not linear, like there will probably move you from chapter to chapter, but there's like maybe more to play with. And Gears hasn't been open world. It has open sandbox space.
Right, from 5.
Yeah, and that kind of seems what they sort of hinted at, like pretty heavily for this one as well. I could see like maybe you finish a mission, they dump you back out, you have a choice to go to an area, go help some civilians get rescued, and then go back and report in and see what's up. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to build that out and keep it interesting. We kind of knew this was going to be taking place over like just a few days, and they confirmed like, yes, it's going to be 3 days of this new team together. I was also excited. Okay, I'm gonna rein it in because I could just talk about this for like the next hour, which we got a lot to talk about. But I'm also really excited that they showed us Bravo Squad, which is the squad focus for this one. So we get 2 new characters, Max Carter and Lucas Reyes. We also get to see people like Ty, who we love. They noted that some of the characters from books and comics are coming into this for the first time in the games, which is really cool. So I'm curious to see how much they're going to deviate from what has already been laid out in the books and comics and make this their own. But also like the really cool scene with Ty in the first trailer we got at the end where he saves Marcus. Like that's straight out from what has already been published. And it's so cool to see that brought to life in like such a beautifully gruesome way. I love their tech when they're just like, look at how we do dismemberment. Look at all this gore. And I was like, yeah.
We've got some jumping now.
Yeah.
Points. You can actually jump. The like lifting yourself up on top of vehicles and other higher cover.
Yeah,
and then
the road cover.
The higher mantle. Yeah, go ahead, Miranda.
Yeah, I was going to say the low ground cover is so cool. I was like, I'm geeking out over like new kinds of cover. And I think because it is obviously a cover shooter and so important, and they were emphasizing how they really want to use the destruction of the city to really help with that. And it just makes sense.
Yeah.
And jumping. I guess when you don't necessarily always have all that armor, you can jump a bit more.
What's the hype level in the IGN Live crowd for Gears E-Day after that? Yeah, man, it looked real good.
Pra variar, Gears of War que estão falando de novo,
yeah,
né?
Real good.
Só pra variar.
Gears.
I love the movement stuff that we were just
Eu até
talking
peguei
about. The fact
negocinho
that
pra
you can
beliscar
slide
aqui
under
enquanto
something or
eles
climb over it.
matracam, né?
You can kind of zip around. The fact that you can lay down behind lower cover, that's something that I think the Gears franchise really needed. It needed that modernization of the base mechanics, and we saw that with the movement changes.
Yeah, even the active reload is now, you don't have to look into the top corner of the screen, it's just right there on your reticle.
Did they ever hit that? Did they actually get the active reload at any point?
I think they did.
What's up with that? Come on, Coalition. Yeah.
Michael Hyam, let's talk a game that you and I are both looking forward to, probably more than anything else in the Xbox lineup. We talked about it in the pre-show, and we got it. Fable. So we not only got to see Fable
agora.
We got a release date. Yeah, we
Fable,
got a release date
eu tava ansioso pra
of,
Fable, isso é verdade.
February 23rd. So my manager Michael, who's upstairs right now, I might have a little something on February 23rd. I might not be able to make it into work that day. Michael, what do you think of what you saw from Fable today?
If you watch the pre-show, I said that Fable needs to establish what that game is actually about. Show us a little bit of story. They did exactly that. They showed exactly what I wanted from it. And like we know Fable to be sort of tends to be a goofy game. It's a bit lighthearted. It does have its dark moments and all that. But this trailer has struck that tone I'm looking for, where it takes itself seriously and still has a little bit of the goofs on the side. But I think a game can be very powerful if it has that comedic element to balance out how serious it gets. And it makes both sides better. And not to keep talking about the games that I love, like the Yakuza franchise, but that kind of is the balance that they're so good at striking. And I think that's an opportunity for Fable to do a similar approach, too.
Let's see here.
Fable foi legal, eu gostei.
Well, the protagonist, real quick, Isabel in Fable.
Yeah.
Very excited about her. Loved her performance. I think she was doing really good at showing another story beat and one of those vignettes that we get about the main protagonist. So I want to see more from her. I want to see more about how the gameplay is going to interact with these story elements and the outcomes of our decisions for each of these beats.
Destin, before I move to Miranda here to hear from her thoughts on Fable, you were on Collector's Edition watch while we were back there. So Gears and Fable both have very, very expensive, like top-level Collector's Edition.
Yeah, so Gears is $299. You got a cool statue with it and a ton of like you know, skins and whatever. But the statue is really good for Gears. That's the most expensive one. Fable is $200.
Oh, a bargain.
Yeah, very much. And you get early access with all of these, like up to 5 days for Gears and Halo. Halo has a $200.
Saiu no Twitter que já jogaram uma demo do jogo sim. Talvez a gente veja essa demo aqui na live.
Miranda, Fable. I know you're into it, and what'd you like about this trailer today?
I agree about Isabel. Just really cool. And I like getting to a deeper look into some of the conflicts that we'll be seeing in Fable as well. Just, you know, like little bits of it, but, you know, I think once again, the humor lands, the look of it lands. Like, I really just want to dig in. And I'm glad that we got a firm release date, so that way I can put it on my calendar and plan around it.
So we started to go talk about Halo. Let's do it. So I'm on record. I did our first preview of Halo Campaign Evolved. I got to go up to Halo Studios last year. It was a while ago.
It's been a bit.
And they invited us up, you know, pretty early in the process. And if you read that preview or watched that preview, I came back kind of not crazy excited about it. Like, yeah, this looks nice. Would love to have the multiplayer. But for my part, and I think we all felt this way, my hype level went up today.
Definitely.
Because they leaned into these 3 new prequel missions featuring Sergeant Johnson. Yeah, Miranda, what, like,
I love Johnson.
There was a lot of stuff in there. We saw, like, outer space ship stuff. We saw a fuel rod cannon in there.
Yeah.
We saw brutes in there, so...
Eu percebi sim.
What do you think?
Eu comentei ainda há pouco na live que isso é uma coisa meio comum em trailers. O trailer 2 de Tomb Raider não significa que foi feito com algo mais recente.
And same thing with
Esses
Halo,
trailers,
like, we know
eles
what
são
comes
feitos
here. So
com
we're like, hey,
materiais
that
alfa,
wasn't there before.
beta.
But I think the way they're getting around
Então
that
não
is I think it's
significa
meant to be
que
like some sort
piorou.
of Covenant
Não.
research ship or
Eles
something.
estão trabalhando com o material
And
que
so
eles
the
têm.
game might have things that
E com
you wouldn't have
certeza no
seen
resultado
in
final
Halo
vai estar
1,
bom,
and
gente.
that's kind of
Claro,
how
né?
they're maybe explaining it or
Fiquem
leading into that a
tranquilos.
bit. And also just unique enemy types, right? Like different armor we saw in there. Some of them looked really sleek. Some very sleek Covenant. And so I think maybe that's what they're going to kind of lean into. And I'm all for it. Like, this just looks so fun.
Destin, I know you have a very technical eye.
Acho que vou
so what did
dormir.
you think of this showing?
Eu vou
of
dar
Campaign
gritos
Evolved?
quando aparecer a Lara,
like
hein?
it's looking a lot better
Eu vou dar
visually
gritos
than
quando
the last
aparecer a
time we
Lara,
saw it.
então se
Yeah, they've
preparem.
definitely done some cleanup on the
Secret,
graphical
que você tá comendo?
aspects,
Tô
but
comendo
for me, I was
batata.
mostly paying
Peguei
attention
uma
to those story
porçãozinha de
beats,
batata.
like you were discussing, because I'm curious if we're
Molinho
going to learn
bonitinho.
more about John
Só pra tapear
117's
mesmo.
relationship with, you know, Sergeant, and what was that like? Because we know at the end of Reach, he goes into the casket. So what's the story point we're going to be at?
The casket? It's
Yeah.
a cryopod. He's not dead.
Ela vai estar na live a partir das 8.
Anyway, yeah. But anyway, really
Das
looking
8?
forward to what story
Deixa eu ver
elements
se é
they're going
8
to add,
horário
'cause
de
there's so much
Brasília.
they
Peraí
can
que eu
go
vou
into. They can
confirmar
talk about the
isso.
gray team. They can talk about Chiefs.
Porque senão eu encerro a live e a gente volta às 8, né?
$200 collector's edition for this, but it's the regular just
Eu tô
buy the
achando
game
que era pra agora.
$50
Yeah,
on
you
this.
get a statue with the collector's
You get a
edition.
statue, but you also, if you get the like very fancy edition, you get a replica of or you get an art book that is
Vamos
like a
ver.
replica of the original game manual.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
like
nice.
a modified version
Okay.
of that, which is
Yeah, you gotta-
so cool. I'm a nerd for that kind of stuff.
You get up to
like,
5 days early access, the
need
art
that.
book, that. You get the Hungry Buzzard short story, like a comic in there, and digital manual, 5 skins, 6 weapons, and the Foundry weapon pack.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's a laundry list. We've got a couple minutes before we take a quick break. Let's get to the other console exclusive, Clockwork Revolution. Michael Hyam, thoughts?
Just like the Fable
Foi a página de Tomb
showcase that
Raider
they
que
had,
colocou isso? Vamos ver
story
aqui.
was the main thing. What is
No
this game
Twitter, né?
actually about? Like, again, with Fable, we saw all the gameplay before. Clockwork Revolution, when we saw it last year, very gameplay focused. Now, we know what the game is about. And I like that. I like the tone they're going for, the scale they're going with, and even with some of the gameplay they showed in the trailer, there was like, how do you manipulate the environment? How are you going to use some of your skills? That was interesting as well. But I'm just really digging the kind of honor to
Então, eu
Dishonored
vi isso daqui,
in a
mas
way.
não fala o
Like,
horário
it
aqui.
looks just like a Dishonored, and not in a way that's like imitation or anything. It's like we're using this aesthetic in
É, então,
our
às
own
20
way
horas
and
aqui ou
building
lá,
a
é isso
full
que
world
pega, eles
around
não
it.
deixam claro.
I'm really impressed with what we saw with this, and I was already looking forward to it. And showing off the
Aqui no
different
negócio
characters,
que
so
eu
giving
li,
it
fala
the
as 4.
personality it needs. It is
Mas é as 4
kinda goofy
deles
in
ou
a
as
way,
4
but,
nossa?
I just like how they're playing
Eu
with
acho
the
que é as
tone
4
because it
deles,
matches
mas
the
eu não
style,
sei que horas
it's
é aqui,
aesthetic,
né?
and I think that another thing, too, is choices, who you're going to be interacting with, what those environments are going to say about the story as well. I love what I'm seeing from it.
There was another game we'll talk about a little later that had a bit of a Dishonored-y vibe.
Então, eu tô no site aqui da IGN.
Miranda, what were your thoughts on Clockwork Revolution?
At this point, I just want the game.
Yeah.
At first, we were like, coming in due time. We saw that at first, we were like, again? And then they shipped it, and they're like, oh,
they got us.
Yeah, we got God on that one. But it's just like, yeah, I think we've seen so much at this point. It's like, you don't need to sell me more on this. I want to play it.
Yeah,
I want a gun in one hand, powers in the other. You know, like, it seems so cool. It's just, you know.
The thing about this one that fires me up is we know In Exile is a really talented role-playing game development studio, and I guess I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me to prove it, but it sure seems like this is the highest budget game that they've ever made. So they've got a lot of resources, and we get to see them just kind of go nuts with the full extent of Microsoft's deep pockets backing them up on this one. So it's going to be a good one next year, and we've got plenty more games to talk about, but we need to take a quick break. While we're doing that, why not check out the IGN store? It's your destination for new and exclusive apparel, gear, vinyl, and collectibles. Hey, if you're a Fallout fan, you need to check out this wearable Pip-Boy 3000 replica and so much more. Head to store.ign.com right now. All right, we will be right back with more recaps of the Xbox game showcased here on IGN Live.
TR Legacy,
Stick
eu vi
around.
isso daí. Mas lá eles não falam o horário certo, né? Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui.
IGN Live is presented by Fanta. Special edition Fanta and Xbox 25 cans are available now only for a limited time.
The average Cinefix movie list features nearly 100 different films and approximately 25 minutes worth of wall-to-wall deep dive analysis. To simulate that pace for this 30-second ad, we're featuring 26 different films. And before you say it, no, that math does not check out. We're not math people, we're movie people. We can't even count down from 10 without ending up at, like, 96. Subscribe to IGN Movies and TV for more Cinefix movie
Uma
lists.
coisa que a gente pode fazer também, gente, é ficar diretão.
Can't find that final collectible
A
you're
gente
missing?
pode ficar diretão, viu, gente? Eu não ligo, não.
IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help.
One step at a time.
IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and best of all, free. IGN has the very best, most complete and accurate guides for Shadow of the Erdtree, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, and so much more.
See? It's good, right?
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
Aqui, ó. Ó, Tomb Raider é no dia 2, que é hoje.
Plus is the place to get unlimited access to all the tools you need to beat your games.
Here's what you need to know for bringing down Gloomspawn.
Plus, awesome exclusive discounts on IGN Store.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
Plus, ad-free browsing on IGN.com.
Aqui, ó, Xbox Showcase, que é o que acabou
Plus,
de ter.
unlimited game help tools like premium interactive maps with your own custom map markers, filters, marker notes, and more.
This will come in handy.
Plus, access to sweepstakes, giveaways, and free game keys.
Wow!
Exactly. Want more? Head to IGN.com/plus and start your adventure today.
É, gente, é lá pelas 4, 5 da tarde pra eles. Vai ser a noite pra nós, então. Porque agora são 4 horas. E agora eles estão comentando sobre o pós-evento do Xbox.
You're watching IGN Live. Welcome back. This is Unlock's post-show breakdown of the Xbox Game Showcase, which was absolutely massive, as always. All right, let's talk about next year. I counted, and this may not be an accurate count, but I counted 12 games that were labeled 2027 in this thing, as if this year wasn't already busy enough.
Então ficar
It's
direto,
only
gente?
June, and we already have a
Vocês
dozen
topam
games
ficar
announced
diretão
by
ou querem
Xbox
dar uma
coming next
pausa
year.
e a gente volta lá
Among
para uma
those is a
7?
game we talked about in the pre-show that we've been waiting to see
A
for a
gente
long
pode
time.
pausar e
State of
voltar
Decay
depois.
3.
que vocês querem? O que
Destiny.
vocês acham mais
Finally
legal?
got like a real good look at
Aí essa
gameplay
live
here.
fica sendo como
What you think?
o Xbox
I wanna play
Showcase,
it. That's what I
né?
think.
Aí a
I wanna
próxima
go out
live
there, I
fica
wanna
realmente
fight the
sendo a live da
zombies
IGN
and,
com a Lara, né? O que
Save
vocês
people.
preferem?
Or sacrifice them.
Well, that's the thing.
People have to get left behind, you know?
Right, it's all about managing those relationships with the survivors. Michael, did that State of Decay showing live up to what you'd hoped for?
It did exactly
O que
what I
vocês
think it
preferem,
needed
gente?
to do.
Comentem
It was like,
aí.
show that it's real, show some gameplay, and I kind of like the tone they're going for. Again, it seems like it's a little bit more serious. You know, State of Decay 1 and 2 weren't like story
Ficamos
games
direto
necessarily.
conversando. De
there
Noé
was, like, maybe a
podemos
little bit of a
voltar mais
cartoonish element
vigorosos.
to it because it was
Então
so
o de Noé
gameplay focused.
prefere
Like,
dar
it's
uma
aesthetic,
pausa, de Noé? O
but
que
I
você
feel like this
prefere?
one, the State of Decay 3, it feels a little bit more grounded in what it's trying to do, and at least we got to see like at this scale with this aesthetic, I think it's looking polished. I hope that's the case. I hope this is indicative of it being polished.
E nessa pausa se apareceu alguma coisa? Eu acho difícil, porque tá tudo muito esquematizado.
I kind of just want to
Eu vou
play
fazer
it.
uma
At this
enquete,
point,
gente.
you don't need to tell me much more about what State of Decay does.
Miranda, I know we've all signed up. There are,
Fazer uma pausa aqui,
alpha
ó. Vou
play
fazer uma
tests that you
enquete.
can sign up for. We don't know if
Votem
if,
aí,
you know,
galera.
You're not guaranteed
Vocês
to
que
get
têm que
chosen,
votar.
but we're gonna do some. We're gonna play some State of Decay 3, right?
Absolutely. Yes, I think that's echoing Michael. I just want to play it. It again, a known quantity sort of thing. But I love seeing the environment, woodlands, very dark, of course, spooky. We have like it looks like some sort of power plant or something. Like there's just so many different environments they're showcasing. I think what again we really want to get into is like the updates to some of the really cool mechanics they have specifically in here. What kind of people are we going to meet? Who are we going to sacrifice? Who will we actually save? I know
Sim,
I've
vamos
seen
dar
too
uma
much Twitter
pausa
out,
ou
so you
não,
know,
vamos
like,
direto.
You don't need to come with me. It's okay. My resources are limited. So
You'll be fine. It's
yeah.
Votem
more
aí, gente.
vehicles and like some cool traps for zombies. So
Enquanto
I think
vocês
that
votam,
the
eu vou pegar
strategy
mais
part of
batata.
it too is really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Especially, I think we'll hear more about that around the playtest.
Yeah. We've got a ton of games to get through, so I don't want to linger too long on any one in particular. And there are more first-party games, more Xbox Game Studios games, but I don't want to make Michael Hyam wait any longer.
All right.
Persona.
Oh, you got pretty excited.
Oh, P6.
Yeah. And we got P4. I want to start with talking about Persona 4 Revival. Again, like I said in the pre-show, they gave me exactly what I was looking for. Show me how the game looks. Let me show me some new mechanics. Show me what you're doing differently this time. And there's a lot to get into, but I want to highlight the song that plays. It's a brand new song for Persona 4 Revival. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you noticed this, Miranda, but I was tearing up when I was watching this, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this game means a lot to me. This game means something, and it means a lot to so many other people too.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the big part was that they showed Marie. So that's the big question because of
Yes.
what they did with P3. It's
Yeah.
like, are you guys going to do the same thing with P4 and strip back from like what we got with the remakes? And like Persona 4 Golden is like the definitive story edition of this, and I was so worried. But Marie's there.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
relieved. I'm so excited. As you said, like this is like a
E aí, meus
foundational
queridos?
game for many people, myself included. So
Yeah.
I'm so
Vamos
stoked.
ver?
Yeah, I was tearing up a little bit. It's nice to
Ó,
see
a
that
maioria
world
tá
with its
preferindo
new
dar uma
aesthetic.
pausa,
It
hein?
is
São
drawing
20
a lot
votos.
from how Persona 3 Reload
E aí,
looks
gente?
in terms of in-engine character models,
Vou dar mais
aesthetic,
tempinho
and
pra
like in
vocês
battle, when
votarem,
they're doing
hein?
the all-out attacks, all
Vou
the
dar mais
camera
tempinho.
angles and the cuts, and how they're redoing the cutscenes.
Votem aí, tem 47
P4 is kind of
pessoas
known
na
for
live.
because it's been out
Tem
for so
50
long, but these are
pessoas
the
na
kinds of
live.
things that I want
E
that's
aí?
going to give it new life and make it feel like it has a lot more
Só
like
teve 20
motion, a lot
votos.
more
Yeah.
momentum to that, and feel modern in that way. I actually really like what I'm seeing from P4. P6.
Very dark teaser, literally and tonally.
Yeah, Persona 6, it almost felt like they're leaning more into Shin Megami Tensei, which is the more demonic RPG that, you know, is
Dá uma olhada aí
playing
na
with a lot
enquete,
more
Binho,
darker
no
themes
chat.
and,
Tem uma
death,
enquete.
Heaven and Hell and all these other
Você
things.
prefere
But Persona 6, again,
que a
they didn't
gente
show much. It was
pause
just
e volte só
static
às
and
19
tombstones,
horas
and then it
pra ver a
glows
Alex
red or
Wilton
glows
Rega?
green, and then
Ou
Persona
você
6,
que
and that's
prefere
it.
que a
We
live
got the logo,
continue até a
at
Alex
least.
Wilton
But
Rega
what this
aparecer?
is telling me is that they're
Que
doing
você
something
prefere?
that's a bit more serious, a little bit
Prefere
darker,
dar uma
again, more
pausa
from
e a gente
SMT.
volta à noite?
And I think that Persona
Só pra
is
ver
a
o Tomb
series,
Raider ou
don't get me
prefere
wrong, like I
continuar
said, I
vendo
love it to death,
a
but I
cobertura?
think it needs to make a jump to something a little bit more mature, and I hope that's this new trailer or this reveal is indicative of that.
I think even with you saying it more mature, I think also age-wise for the characters, because that has been a problem that we've talked about in the past, especially with
Melhor descansar,
P5.
pausa.
Like there were some things that were really kind of uncomfortable.
Porque
kind
melhor
of is maybe an
pausar
understatement,
então.
is very uncomfortable
Vamos
in some
pausar então?
situations. But
Tô esperando o pessoal votar.
Like, even college age,
Tem
so
50
wanna
pessoas
keep,
na
like,
live e
the school
apenas
theme,
30
that is
votos.
part of, the games.
Vamos lá, gente,
Generally,
votando.
like, you have to go take tests at school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't want them to cut that entirely. So
Yeah.
it's like, let's do college. Like, let's look a little bit older. At least that's just what I think would be pretty cool, at least.
Another
Bugou aqui,
first-party
não tem
game, getting
enquete.
back to my Xbox Game Studios.
Bom, mas pelo menos você já falou
Don't
que
call it
prefere, né?
Hellblade 3, call
Oh, yeah.
it Senua. Destin, what'd you make of this?
I really like seeing this because on the lead up to Hellblade 2,
É, a
there was
maioria
all
tá
this
votando
coverage about
dar
the
uma
combat
pausa.
system and how they reworked it and all this work that they put into it. I think this is what they were discussing because this looks vastly different from Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 is a little bit more cinematic. I feel like the gameplay, it was there, but this is a deeper dive into what Senna was actually capable of and how she masters the battlefield. Like that shot where she throws her sword and hits the enemy in the distance. I love
Vou
that.
encerrar então os
Yeah,
votos,
Miranda,
hein?
we talked on Unlocked when
Tem 34
Hellblade 2
votos.
came out that it
E
was
60 pessoas na
probably the
live.
most, at the time, most technically
Gente,
beautiful
votem aí na
Series X
enquete.
game.
A gente dá
And
uma
it was
pausa
the
e
first-
volta à
it was the first
noite.
Series X
Ou
game
vamos
technically
diretão?
ever
Votem
announced.
aí.
But it was pretty light on gameplay, and this reveal seemed to want to communicate that, hey, there's a lot more gameplay this time around.
Right. You even emphasize it's like, oh, they're really leaning into like, look how she's like fighting things. Look at like the activity you're doing here, which is, I think, them course correcting a bit, which they kind of need a message
Yeah.
to get people interested in this, you know?
Yeah, and hopefully we still get the great story, but get some awesome gameplay with it. So that's coming out in 2027. Also, so let me go to one of the
Ô, Mara, é
surprises,
que na
one of the
verdade
new
quem tá
reveals,
fazendo esses
third-party
comentários
game,
agora é a
but
IGN.
it impressed the
A
heck out
live
of
do
all
Xbox
four
já
of us as
acabou.
we were sitting back
Tanto é
there
que eu vou mudar o
watching
nome dessa live que tá
Magicians,
acontecendo
the
agora. Eu
Devil's
coloquei live da
Deal. Yeah, do you
IGN,
guys
não,
like
mas é
this
o,
one?
foi o
Kinda
Xbox
cool.
Showcase. Né?
This one seemed really cool.
É...
So,
Aí a
Michael,
gente volta à noite com a
another-
segunda parte da
that's-
IGN
this is
pra
the
ver
one I
Alex
was hinting at
Wilton.
before,
Vocês
is
topam
a
então?
little bit of a Dishonored vibe here,
Yeah.
artistically and
36
maybe
votos,
even
acho que a galera não vai
gameplay-wise a
votar
little
mais,
bit, too.
então
This
a
might
maioria
be the
pediu
new
pra dar
wave.
uma
Everyone's
pausa,
trying to
então a
make
gente dá
their
uma pausa,
Dishonored
gente.
likes or their Bioshock likes.
Então,
You know,
beleza.
with this
Gente,
being like about
seguinte,
magicians, like
É,
you can
eu
do
vou
a
dar uma
lot of
pausa
interesting
então.
things with
A live
manipulation of the
aqui no,
environment.
da IGN eu
There's
vou
a lot
deixar
of stuff that
aberta
reminded me
rodando.
of Bioshock
Quando for
plasmids.
umas
Yeah,
7,
well,
eu
and having
volto,
that
tá?
old, like, 1800s
Agora são 4
aesthetic,
horas,
like,
é
I
5,
think it
6,
really
daqui a
works
2
well. And
horinhas,
if we-
3 horinhas eu
I
volto, tá
think
bom?
between this and Clockwork Revolution, it's
Aí
like,
a
okay,
gente volta
nobody
com
making this
mais
kind of
disposição
game
e
anymore.
prontos
Wait
pra
for these to come out,
causar
so we can
mais,
see
tá
how they
joia?
actually play and if they pan out. But it's a nice
Tá
surprise.
joia, meus
you know,
queridos?
I think it
A
looks
gente
like it's
se
going
vê
to
às
be creative.
7, hein? Não
You know,
se
using a
esqueçam.
magician's wand
Quando
as
for
like one
umas
of your
7, eu
weapons
vou ligar a
is,
live aqui de
super
novo, hein?
cool. What they're
Tá
doing
bom?
with like all this
Não
supernatural
quero saber
stuff,
de
like,
vocês não aqui. Eu quero
I'm
ver
really,
vocês aqui, hein?
enjoying
Até
kind of
já,
this trend,
ok?
I guess.
grande
and yeah,
beijo.
it was, at first we were looking at this and we're like,
até a
oh, is it just like a
próxima.
CGI trailer
Fui.
that kind of imitates?
Yeah, it was
what
definitely fake at first, and then they showed some real stuff.
Yeah, then they actually showed us